how this plays out. We've got Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. They're going to be involved in some kind of face-to-face. We've got AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio taking on the Judgment Day. So I think that might be Finn and Damian. I don't think that's Dominic, because obviously Rey has made it very clear he doesn't want to face his son. We've got Bayley and Bianca in a contract signing. We've got Candice LeRae. It's weird to say that. Candice LeRae back, obviously, last week. She's taken on Dakota Kai. And we've got Braun Strowman taking on Chad Gable. So, yeah, there's some interesting stuff there. Obviously, we're building towards Extreme Rules. Obviously, we should be getting another White Rabbit's cryptic clue, which I'm looking forward to. Again, might massively derail the show. It might be a case that we're trying to decode White Rabbit stuff rather than concentrating on Raw. But, look, we'll do what we can with it. I hope not. I hope that we can concentrate on Raw, because that's the only criticism I've got with the White Rabbit thing, is that it does take your focus away from the show. So hopefully it drops a little bit later. Hopefully we can get at least a good couple of hours of the show done where we can focus on that. Of course, it's not just QR codes and clues like that. We have seen things in the background. It was actually last week's Raw where it was spotted, and we did a video on the other channel, but it was spotted someone walking in the background. Still, a whole week later, cannot get a clear image as to what that was. But seemingly there was someone walking in the background during Bayley damage control segment. And you only see them for the briefest of moments. But it's so hard to make out. It does appear like they're wearing some kind of mask or headpiece of some kind. And you can't see clearly, but that was definitely a talking point coming out of last week's Raw. So you do always need to be scanning in the backgrounds as well to try and see what you can find. So you've got that, you've got QR codes, obviously the White Rabbit clue as well. So it can be very difficult to actually sit back and just enjoy the show. But that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and do what we can, sit back, enjoy the show, and we're going to try and decode things and do everything we can, basically. So, yes, hope everyone is well. Kids Monster, shout out to you. Appreciate the kind words. Was that Rowan with a sheep mask from the Wyatt family? What, last week, walking in the background? I honestly don't know. I mean, I tried to pause it, watch it in slow-mo. I tried to get the sharpest image I could find. I then, to put it into my video editing stuff, blew it up, like really zoomed in, tried to not lose too much quality. You cannot make it out. It's only there for a fleeting moment, and it's so kind of in the background, tucked away in the corner. You can see that something's not right. You can see that it's not just a normal person just walking through. There's something else going on. You just can't quite make out what that is. So definitely something just to keep an eye on. Just have a look in the backgrounds and just see if you can see anything like that again this week. It should be quite obvious. It shouldn't just be like a shadowy figure, but that's always interesting. It's kind of interesting that someone pointed out a shadowy figure during the Corbin segment when Corbin was with JBL. And then I saw that shadowy figure that was in a bit of a light, and that was kind of interesting. That was in the background during like a Seth promo a few weeks ago. And then literally like the week after, White Rabbit stuff starts. So I don't know if those things are connected, but you've always got to be vigilant. You've always got to be looking out. It's so hard to know. I mean, they could be nothing. All of it could be nothing. But equally, it could be something. So just keep your eyes peeled. Christopher said, I know people will ask, where is Elizabeth? Maybe Finn Balor has her somewhere. Wink. Where is Elizabeth? Bayley was doing a promo on SmackDown last week, and behind her was a red light, said the Red Seagull 92. Interesting. It looked like he was running, said Mr. White Rabbit. Amy said the Fiend and or White Rabbit will debut at Extreme Rules. Yeah, that is where it is believed to be playing off. I did a video on it, actually. I did it on the second channel. I don't like to flood this channel with videos. I try to just put up 1 or 2 things a day over here. And, today we're already doing a Raw watch-along, a Raw review. I'm sure there's going to be at least 1, if not 2, White Rabbit videos. Normally we do a video where we put the kind of initial thoughts out there. And then after the show, I tend to do a more in-depth breakdown. That's all thanks to you guys. So make sure that you send in your theories, your thoughts, ping them over on Twitter, put them in the chat, any of that kind of good stuff. Because what I do is I try and gather it all up. And then at the end of this stream, do 1 big video where we put in at least 10 major theories. They always turn out to be the best videos. Normally the major theories that come out the hour or 2 after the clue has dropped, those tend to stick, to be honest. Normally they are the big theories and they stay the big theories. Most of the stuff that comes out after that is pretty minor, more coincidental stuff, or could be coincidental. So yeah, the kind of, as soon as the clue drops, the first couple of hours are kind of critical to find the big stuff. And loads of people on Twitter obviously are on it. Everyone's on it basically. So normally within the first few hours, a lot, if not all, the major things get found. So I try to gather all of that up and put it into 1 video. So the belief is that White Rabbit, or Bray, if it is Bray, and we think it is, there should be a reveal at Extreme Rules, but just don't get your hopes up that he's going to actually physically be there. It could be another vignette, but it could just make it very, very clear that it is Bray or whoever it is that's behind this. But I did a video where I kind of spoke about that. I spoke about how I would book it, how I think it's going to go, using how I think it's going to go. How would I book it? What would I like to see? How will Extreme Rules go? What's the first feuds? Blah, 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 blah. I did a 15-minute video on that, put it on the other channel. Because as I said, I don't like flooding this channel with videos because there's about 4 things already I'm aware of we're dropping tonight. Maybe a couple of White Rabbit things, a review video. Obviously, this stream is live right now as well. So, I thought it better to shove it out there. It was out the way over there. So, if you've not seen that, then obviously you can check that out. Bearded Bronco said the White Rabbit is leading us to Bray. Therefore, it's Bo. So you think the White Rabbit is Bo and the reveal will be Bray? Look at Cormier's tweet, says Jonah. Please. What's it say? If it's always short, it's always easier just to put down what it says. But if it's long or it's got pictures, then I can understand that's more tricky. Let's have a look. Tonight on Raw, you might see a familiar face, says Cormier. So there we go. Cormier kind of teasing that he might have some kind of presence on the show tonight. Mr. White Rabbit said maybe we see an animation of the White Rabbit walking somewhere and we see a cabin. And when he opens it, it cuts to footage of 6 people in the left and right. And then after the song ends, it's the reveal. Philip said, if the White Rabbit is revealed at Extreme Rules, do you think it interrupts a match or will it have its own segment? I think that it should play into a match, to be honest. I think that, if it's just, got its own segment, that's fine. But again, in that video, I said, I think it makes sense for it to occur during Edge versus Finn Balor. It's really hard right now to find heels that are big and can lose, right? That's not a long list, right? Because that's who Bray needs. Bray is going to come in, if it is Bray, right? He's going to come in as a face. He's going to be a face, right? No one is going to be booing Bray Wyatt when he comes in. Yeah, because he got released and everyone's going to feel sympathy for him. He's been away for over a year. People have missed him. Like he's coming back, potentially bringing back the Funhouse and the Fiend, and that was all cool. And so people are obviously going to want to, welcome that back with open arms. So there's so many like positives. No one's going to see him and start booing. So he's coming back as a face. So that means that you need to put him into a program with heels. And what heels are monster heels that can lose? Like, there's not a long list. So, and I certainly wouldn't have him go up against Roman yet, because I think that's too much too soon. I think he's been away for a long time. I think, there's going to be ring rust. If he's got like new things to introduce, it's going to take a while to introduce them. Like if the puppets are coming alive, then we're going to need some time to do that and introduce that, and we're going to need like time basically. Like I don't know that we can just come back and boom, here we go, he's gone after Roman. I would have him go after Judgment Day. I think Judgment Day are big heels on Raw. You could argue the biggest. You could argue they're the biggest heels on Raw, and because they're a group, different elements of that group can take losses. So if he goes after Roman, Roman can lose maybe once. I don't see him beating Roman multiple times. So, Roman will lose once. Do you really want to put the belts on him? A lot of people think that's kind of part of his undoing last time, was that he was around the titles. It's better if he kind of just has his own feuds over on the side. So I think Judgment Day are looking quite good. And you could even argue there's some stuff inside the clues that point to Judgment Day as well. So it kind of makes me think that might be the direction that we're going in. So I think Finn and Edge, there stands a good chance that at the end of that match, that's when he makes himself known. And it could be that, Judgment Day are beating up on Edge. Rey Mysterio comes down. They're beating up on Rey. They've got the numbers. We don't know if AJ's going to come down and help out. AJ could come down. He could get beaten up. Or Swerve, he could join them. And that could be fun. But either way, I think that's when we get a video package and the reveal. And that's how Extreme Rules should end, to be honest. It should end with, Bray laughing and Judgment Day looking concerned. I think that'd be really, really cool. Really cool. So, yeah, I would go that way personally, rather than just give it its own segment. I think the only thing you need from Extreme Rules, the only thing we need to do is by the end of that show, we need to know who is behind White Rabbit. That is it. That is it. We don't actually need the person there, which I know a lot of people might disagree with, but that's a big moment. Finding out 100% who it is and maybe seeing them on screen, seeing them on the Titantron, that's a big moment. So that would be Extreme Rules. Him actually appearing live in person is another big moment. That's a second big moment. And we don't need that to be, smashed together in one show. We can space it out. And that can be another big moment further down the road. Because as we've said before, there's so many shows that need big moments. There's no point just burning through them. Might as well space them out a little bit. Yeah. Bray's very good at, the kind of slow storytelling, the slow builds, taking his time, making sure the details are correct. And I can see it going that way. I can see it being a case we get a video package, but I think him physically being there, I'm not 100% sold on that. I think that could come a little bit further down the road, and that's fine. We could be doing Funhouse episodes and things like that, which would be awesome. Be awesome to get some more of those. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, my favorite part of probably the best thing Bray ever did in my mind was the Funhouse episodes. Absolutely loved those. And that means that we can still do theories and break them apart, because he always put Easter eggs and things in there. So even though White Rabbit might be wrapping up this week, this could be the last week for White Rabbit. If Funhouse episodes are going to be starting next week, then, you know, we might still have something to get our teeth into and throw around. And I think that's something fans really enjoy doing. So, yeah, the fun might not need to stop if the Funhouse episodes are literally just round the corner. Moldy said, I think having him not at Extreme Rules, but confirming it's him takes away from the face value pop, because if you know it's coming, it's a flatter pop. I disagree. I disagree because we've already seen that play out that way. Like when we saw the Funhouse episodes, we had 7 weeks of those, and we knew he was coming. But when he finally arrived and attacked Finn Balor, the pop was monstrous. I mean, it doesn't take away from it. It doesn't take away from it. It's something that you know is coming, and you're just waiting for. You don't know when it's going to happen. So it's kind of the excitement of like when is it happening? It becomes its own moment. So, as we said, you know, we had the Funhouse episodes. Then, when he attacked Finn Balor, leading towards that SummerSlam match when he was the Fiend, like it was fine. It worked. It wasn't a problem. So, I can see them potentially doing it again. Potentially. I mean, he could absolutely be at Extreme Rules. He could absolutely be there. It's not what I would do. I would definitely save that moment. Mitchell said, I would love Bray to attack Finn and actually become the new leader of Judgment Day. AJ comes and saves Finn and says that's what friends do. And then finally they make their Bullet Club. What would that mean? So you would have Bray, Damian, Rhea, Dominic. I'm not down on that. I'm not down on that. I think you could probably fit one more in there. So maybe you could put in a Braun or a Rowan or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like Damian and Rhea are fine. Dominic's just a problem, just in general. I mean, Dominic's just a problem. Dominic's great with his relationship right now with Rhea. It's probably the best thing he's ever done, is this kind of relationship he's got with Rhea Ripley. But what Dominic in a Wyatt family? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it could work. Maybe Bray could take him under his wing and just be like, I'm going to make sure that they don't mistreat you the way I was mistreated or something like that. And, you know, that might be kind of fun. You could maybe get something good out of that. So I can see pros and cons. Really the main con would be Dominic. I just don't know if Dominic quite fits. But Damian Priest in a Wyatt family, I think, would be good. Rhea Ripley would be good. Finn doesn't work. So Finn, I agree. Like he would need to be kicked out, and Bray would have to take over. I just don't know. I don't know if it's going to go that way. Don't know. It's not what I see them doing. It's not what I'm anticipating them doing. But it's an option. Let's put it that way. It's certainly an option, isn't it? It's certainly something they could do. So Mitchell, hope you are well. I've got the Balor taps late on. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I agree. No, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Moldy. I totally. Oh, there we go. Right, it's back. Boom. Yeah, a little bit of lag. Actual lag. Don't know why. So yeah, no, you're right. Him being there makes it a bigger moment, and they might just want to go all in. They might want to just, here you go. Here's everything. Frozen. You're back. Yes. Yeah, just keeping an eye on it because it's just being a little bit wobbly at the moment, the internet. So it's just something to keep an eye on. Right. Therefore, special occasions. If the White Rabbit doesn't show at Extreme Rules, it's a massive misstep. It's been videos and stuff for weeks. Make the reveal special and different to the clues. Well, I mean, just knowing that it's him and seeing him on screen, that would be. I disagree. That's all I can say. I disagree. I don't think you need the reveal. I think that that's a massive moment in its own right, and you can do it further down the road. I think that what that does is there's no way you don't have people freaking out. As soon as it's confirmed that it's Bray, people freak out, right? Like, he doesn't have to be there in person. As soon as you see him on screen and it makes it clear that it's Bray, people will be losing their minds. So that's why I'm saying that you don't. It would be a bigger moment if he was there, of course, but it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. You could save that moment for further down the road. It's been like 3 weeks, so I think they're doing it perfectly. Extreme Rules will be lit, says Philip. Serious Gaming said it's cliffhanger. I agree. Rex said, I DM'd you on Instagram photos with my chat with White Rabbit Records, and what they said will shock you, said Rex. What did they... I'm not going to Instagram. I'm never on Instagram. What did they say, Rex? What did they say? Troy said, everyone knows it's Bray. Even the most casual fans know it's Bray. The next big show after this is Crown Jewel. Is Crown Jewel. Let's go down. Crown Jewel. A glorified house show. This needs to happen in Philly. Greg said, well, hang on. No, the reveal, him actually being there in person, that doesn't need to happen in Philly. I'm standing by this because, again, going back to how they did it for The Fiend and how they did it with the Funhouse, he attacked Finn Balor, I believe, on a Raw. I mean, you've got to remember that Raws are very important. It would be easy to just dismiss Raw as Raw, but they are in a weekly battle for ratings. They're in a constant battle for ratings, and you need moments of surprise. Raw needs to feel like anything can happen any week. That's a big way of getting people to tune in every week. You need that kind of feeling of, I can't miss Raw because anything could happen. So you could save the reveal for a Raw or a SmackDown, whichever show it is that he's going to go to. That doesn't necessarily need to happen at a pay-per-view. I do agree. Like, we need confirmation as to who White Rabbit is by Extreme Rules. Like, we need to know at Extreme Rules who's behind this, because I think people are totally on board and everything's fine, but you do run the risk of stretching it out a little bit and outstaying its welcome. I think I've already seen people saying that they're bored with the White Rabbit stuff. And that they're the minority at this stage. But the longer it goes on, the more people will be like, yes, right, look, we know who it is. There's people already saying, look, I know who it is. We know who it is. So the longer that this gets like stretched now, the more people are going to be not off with it, but just like, come on, we know who's behind this. Yeah, just reveal it now. And you don't want people in that mindset, so with a week to go, like not even that, like this weekend, it feels like that's the perfect time to reveal who's behind it. I completely agree with that. So I wouldn't stretch it out to like Crown Jewel or anything. Mitchell said, my issue is I don't see how AJ fits into the whole aesthetic of Judgment Day. Would have to go dark. AJ's character wouldn't mesh in that group. I don't know. I mean, I just see them as heels. I don't really see them being particularly dark. I mean, they wear black clothing. That's about it. Like, if you put AJ in his black ring gear, that's it. I don't know that there's anything. It's not like they're all doing voodoo or, doing like any weird stuff. It's just a bunch of heels. You've got Rhea, you've got Damian Priest, you've got Finn Balor. I think AJ fits in all right. I could see AJ in that and just put him in like black ring gear, black t-shirts. I think he fits in okay. I mean, the only thing I would say is when they're wearing suits, AJ in a suit, don't know why I can't quite picture that, but him in like black ring gear and like having some kind of Judgment Day logos on. I can see that. I can visualize that. I think the weirder thing is that AJ is such a big star and Finn Balor is such a big star. It's hard like to know who the leader is. But the point I made before is that the whole thing about Judgment Day is they don't have a leader. When Edge was kicked out, the very next week they actually said the reason why they did it was because Edge was preaching about not listening to anyone. Like, don't listen to anyone, stand up for yourself. But equally, he was leading the group. He was telling them that they were being made to follow him, even though he was saying, don't follow anyone. So that was one of the reasons why they attacked him, because he was contradicting himself. And so Judgment Day, according to them, doesn't have, I think it's Finn Balor actually said Judgment Day doesn't have a leader. So if you can keep that dynamic of Judgment Day not having a leader, you can put AJ Styles in and just make it like, a very interesting group. It would be very strange to see a group that strong, to be honest, and to have two superstars like that. I mean, I suppose in a way you'd have to go back to what, DX with like Triple H and Shawn Michaels. But if you actually think about the history of DX, like it's not, we didn't have Shawn and Triple H and like the New Age Outlaws and all of those guys around at the same time. Like the history of DX was like, Shawn was a leader as Triple H was coming through, and then Shawn goes away and Triple H takes over. So, it's not like we had a strong Triple H and a strong Shawn Michaels, and then we had X-Pac and we had New Age Outlaws and we had all of those guys. Like it never quite fell that way with DX. So yeah, having like two, DX is probably the closest I can think. Let's put it that way. It's probably the closest I can think of a group with two strong leaders. But as I said, even that, you've got to put a little asterisk next to it. So I'd be interested in it. I'd be interested to see like how that would work. And I actually think if they are going to go up against a Wyatt family, you're going to need a real strong group. You're going to need a real strong team. And yeah, I'm kind of open to the idea. I do agree, though. Picturing AJ in a suit, if they're going to do promos in suits, I am struggling to picture that. But just because I can't picture it doesn't mean that it wouldn't work. But I think him in black ring gear with Judgment Day logos on, I can see that. I can picture that. How days do you think Edge will win a championship before he retires? Will he win a championship? I'm going to lean towards no. I mean, like, he could have a mid-card title run, I suppose. Hard to see him getting one of the big belts, which is a bit of a shame because I think we all thought when he came back he would get one. But if he is going to set a deadline of going by the middle of next year, because I think it was, a month or two ago when they were in Toronto, that he said, after the show, I'll see you in about 12 months and we can all say goodbye together. That kind of felt like a deadline, didn't it? That kind of felt like Edge saying, I'm gonna stick around up until this point. And I think that's like middle of the year. And so I think he might be done by the middle of next year. And so it's really hard to see, because I don't see Roman dropping the Universal title before WrestleMania. And are they really going to put it on Edge if Edge is so close to retiring? I mean, I suppose they could give him like a couple of week title reign. They could give him like a month or something like that. But I don't know. I don't think Edge is going to be the one to beat Roman anyway. I don't think it'll be Edge. So then you've got to look at the other title. You've got to look at the WWE Championship. And I think that's going on to Cody. So I think that'll go on to Cody. And it might even go on to Austin Theory, who could successfully cash in his Money in the Bank. So if Cody and Theory and maybe Seth Rollins are going to be WWE Championship, then I've got to think that Roman and whoever beats Roman, and I don't think it's Edge, are going to be the Universal Championship. I can't see how we're going to get the belt onto Edge by the time he retires, if he retires by the middle of next year. So I think for those reasons, you can eliminate the top titles. I don't know that you could, look, you could always be a tag champ. He could always be a mid-card champ. But I don't know. I can't sit here and say that that's going to happen. I've got no reason to believe that that's going to happen. Unless he was to speak to Triple H and say, look, I want a title reign before I go. Can you give me something? Then, I'm sure Triple H would make that happen for him. But I have no idea if that's what he wants to do. So I'd have to I'm going to lean towards no at the moment. Going to lean towards no. Arthur87, shout out to you. Appreciate the support. Said, what if Wyatt recruits Gacy's faction, telling them to follow the White Rabbit? What if Wyatt takes Gacy's faction? So that's like grizzled young veterans. That's the dyad, and it's Joe Gacy. Don't know. I mean, I can see the dyad with him. I don't know that I can see Gacy with him. I don't know if I feel like they're so similar that I don't know if they work being together. Gacy and Bray. I don't know that those two work together. I feel like they're too similar. In many ways, it feels like Gacy is meant to be like a bit of a Bray replacement. Can we see Gacy standing next to Bray being in like a new Wyatt family? I can see the dyad, definitely. The grizzled young veterans that are now the dyad. I think they're called the dyad. I can see them 100%. No problem there. The only one is Gacy. I'm just like, I don't know if he's too similar to Bray. It would feel like you've got Bray and Bray light. And I don't know about that. Don't know about that. It's an interesting thought, though. WrestleBuzz said, I might have missed it, but did the last White Rabbit video have anything pointing to this episode of Raw? I feel like everything prior video would always hint at where the next clue would be shown. Was there anything pointing to this Raw? I off the top of my head, can't remember anything, no. Can't remember anything pointing to this Raw. In fact, I don't even know where we are tonight. No, I can't remember anything. It seemed like things were starting to point to Extreme Rules. So there was definitely things that were pointing to Extreme Rules. So that might be what we get now. So rather than pointing to Raw, pointing to the next SmackDown, it might be that the clues start changing their focus and pointing towards Extreme Rules instead. Wardlow is defending against Brian Cage on Wednesday. I had to drop that in the chat. It's about time they gave him an opponent that can stand with him, said Jeremy. When is Edge's contract up? His announcing his retirement could be a contract tactic. I actually don't know when his contract's up. I only know... I mean, look, if he retires, I don't think it will matter, to be honest. I think if he turns around during his contract, if you've got a contract and during that contract you retire, then I think that is a way of getting out of a contract, because you're not retiring and going to a different company. You're just straight up retiring. So I don't know what the legal terms are there, but I'm sure retirement is something that can get you out of a contract. I don't know that you necessarily have to wait till the end of your contract. If you decide that you're retiring now, I think that is something that can get you out of a contract. But there's a big asterisk next to that. You cannot go and then work for a competitor. You might be able to, but X amount of time would have to have gone by before you could do that. So if he decides that he wants to retire, I think his contract length is. I without seeing the terms in his contract, can't say for certain, but I do think that's an exception. Raw is in St. Paul, Minnesota, said Ragnar. Shout out to you, dudes. Appreciate it. I believe contract is paused. That's what happens in the NFL, says Lee. Interesting that he signed a 3-year deal in 2020. Well, there we go then. So that'll take him up to next year, 2023. Victor said James Ellsworth is the White Rabbit. Is Andrade losing on Friday and going back to WWE? Says Mega Champ. I again don't know when his contract's up. He's been teasing that though, hasn't he, on social media? I don't think he's happy with how he's been used in AEW. So he's definitely been teasing leaving AEW. So that could be something that we see. Edward said, it's been a pleasure knowing you in this community. If I die on Saturday, that's deep, it's because I made a bad decision going in Ronda, so I might as well say my goodbyes. Yeah. Edward said he would put his life on Ronda winning this weekend. I think that I wouldn't put my life on it, but I think Liv is going to get the victory over Ronda. I think Triple H is going to do right by her. I think that what happened at SummerSlam was a big misstep. It left a sour taste in the mouth. It's not like completely ruined her title reign, but I think it's definitely been a problem. And for me, I don't see her as the rightful champion. I think that she tapped out first. I think that the title, shouldn't really be on Liv. I think that she should have forfeited it. We said that at the time. I think that Ronda has got a good argument that she should be champion right now. And so I think what they'll do is they'll give Liv the clean win so that that puts that to bed. That's it. She is the champ. Even if she should have lost to Ronda at SummerSlam, she would have won it back at Extreme Rules because she got a clean win over Ronda. So I think that's why I'm so confident that it's going to be Liv, because I think Triple H is going to try and repair any of the damage that was done at SummerSlam. I think giving her a clean win over Shayna and giving her some nice moments on SmackDown, like the table spot they did the other day in a match with Lacey Evans and the big brawl that she had with Ronda. I think all of those have played well. And we don't see her getting booed when she comes out now. In fact, it was only really that first week after SummerSlam that she got booed and the "you tapped out" chants. But that kind of settled down. But I think Triple H is still going to do right by her. I can't see this being them taking the title and putting it on Ronda. Honestly, if Ronda wants the belt, I don't think she would have lost it in the first place. If Ronda wanted to be champion, she would still be champion. But Ronda seemingly was open to dropping the belt. And she said, put it on whoever is the person that you think is the most deserving. Put it on the person that's the hungriest. Put it on the person that, needs that opportunity. And so Liv was chosen. And so that's why Liv got it. So I think if Ronda wanted the belt, I think she would still have the belt. So that's why I'm quite confident that she isn't going to get it this weekend. Right, let's go down and try and read some of these. Des Rebel, shout out to you, said Liv has really recovered from the Ronda match. Text Flow Toys said, I would appreciate it if you could shush, please. Text Flow Toys, shout out to you. We are going to be seeing him tonight taking on Braun Strowman. We've got that match coming up. Rest with Andy said, I've got a feeling Bray might return with a whole new gimmick and no Fiend or Funhouse. Be interesting. The reason why I have kind of stuck with the idea that it is going to be that is because it seems like just a theory, but one of the theories people have really taken to is the idea of the puppets coming alive. And so I think if they are going to go that way, then we're going to still need the puppets and we're going to still need the Funhouse so that we can bring them alive. And that seems to be, a theory that the fans have really taken to, the idea that Dexter is going to be Mercy the Buzzard, the idea that Scarlett or Nikki ASH or Alexa is going to be Abby the Witch and Braun is going to be Huskus and blah, 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 blah. So if we are going to do that, then obviously we would still need the puppets. But I mean, look, he's been gone for, over 12 months. There's every chance that he's gone away and really thought about, what his next creation would be. And in all fairness, he's had to think about that because Don't forget, like, it didn't seem like coming back to WWE was an option for a long time. Whilst Vince was in charge, it seemed like that door was closed, or certainly in the short term. So if he was going to get back into wrestling, he was going to have to go to AEW or Impact or somewhere, and he would not have the rights to The Fiend. He would not have the rights to the Funhouse, and so he would have to do something different. So we don't know how far down that path he actually went in coming up with this new creative that he would have to have come up with. So it's a good point. I think that if we do get the Funhouse and we do get the puppets and we do get the Fiend, I think there will be evolution. I think there will be changes. I don't think it'll be exactly as it was before. I think there will be evolution, but you're not wrong. There's every chance that we could get something completely different. We could get something completely different because he's had to think about that and go down that path mentally because, as we said, the door to WWE didn't look like it was wide open for the longest time. Imagine if Shayna costs Ronda, says Mark. Who is the most underrated superstar right now? I think it's Chad Gable, said Main 2K. I always find that the hardest to answer, to be honest, because how are people rated? I don't know how Chad Gable is rated. I don't know how Otis is rated. I don't know how T-Bar is rated, or I don't know what. It's hard to know how they're rated and what their perception. Like, I mean, someone like Chad Gable is very skilled in ring, and you know, I would say that he is. I would say that he is probably a good mid-card person. I don't know that he would ever get to a world championship. He's seems to be all right on the mic. He's very good in ring. I think that he's probably where he should be. He's probably like where he should be, or he could be if he was a solo guy, like around the mid-card. So, yeah, Chad Gable's not a bad shout at all. Not a bad shout at all. Again, I don't know. I find it hard. Who's underrated? How are people rated? I don't know. A little bit of lag again. Oh, it's a problem in it. I have no idea why it's so bad tonight. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that. We'll have to try and keep an eye on it. Let's try and go down. Days, hope you are well. Appreciate the streams and making us feel less lonely. Oh, that's nice, Darcy. Shout out to you, but if Ronda wins, can I become a mod? No, that's absolutely never happening because that would be literally the end of the channel. Lee said, do you think the clue tonight will be another video or something more interactive, like a game? I mean, the one that was rumored was Noughts and Crosses, which was meant to be a game. That was rumored because someone on Reddit came out and said about one of the clues, and they got it right. And then they said another clue is going to be Noughts and Crosses, tic-tac-toe. And so, you know, Cultaholic reported on it. We did a White Rabbit watch-along, and people told me about it. I looked into it. I found the actual post as well, so I know it wasn't just completely made up. I know that someone did actually post on Reddit about tic-tac-toe. It was in a Cultaholic video. People were talking about it, so we did a video on it, and then the clue has not appeared. So, I mean, look, there's every chance we never get it. There's every chance it was made up. There was every chance that, you know, they, I don't know, just tried to milk their 5 minutes of fame. Or there's every chance that it is a clue and it's just hasn't been shown yet. And, you know, it could be tonight's, it could be Friday's. So that's the only thing that I've got that I know of that was a rumor in regards to a clue that we've not seen. And that was Noughts and Crosses. So that's one that I'm thinking could happen. That's an interactive game. But there's been a few that haven't been interactive. In fact, the majority, I think there's only been one that you can actually interact with and actually play. So I'm going to say tonight's is going to be interactive. I'll say tonight's is interactive, but the one on Friday won't be. I think there'll be 2 more to go. So tonight's interactive, and then the one on Friday won't be. Justin said, still lagging. Shouldn't be. Just wanted to thank for being so consistent, said Dino. I've recently become homeless. Oh, damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Suffer from mental health. I always found your streams comforting. Dino, that's very kind. I appreciate that, and I'm really sorry to hear that you're going through those struggles. I can tell you that you're not alone. We've had people in the community saying similar things in the past as well. So, you know, it's happening. It's just a horrible thing that's happening in the world. It cost of living and everything is just an absolute nightmare for people, and people out there really, really struggling. So you're absolutely not alone. Absolutely not alone. But so, yeah, if this provides some kind of an escape, which I think it does for people, then that's brilliant. That's fantastic. And, you know, it just provides a little bit of a distraction and whatever, and great. And I hope everything else gets sorted, dudes. I hope that you find a way forward, and you undoubtedly will. Life is hard, man. It's hard, like, for everyone at times, but it seems like you're just going through a real rough patch, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So as I said, hopefully it arrives sooner rather than later for you. How would you feel if Vince was White Rabbit and it was some big ruse? Yeah, so, I mean, we did a really good job, I think, of keeping an open mind. And obviously that's hard to do now because it's just, it really feels like, it feels like a snowball gathering snow. You know, it kind of felt like there was clues that pointed to Bray at the start, but there was undoubtedly clues that pointed to other people. And I think that was by design. I think that they did put stuff in there to kind of keep you guessing as to which way it was going. But as we've got more clues, it's just more and more and more Bray. Everything just seems to be Bray. There's very little that seems to point to other people now. So I think we did a good job at the start of keeping an open mind, looking at the clues, reading what we were being given, and reacting to that accordingly. And obviously, as it's continued, those clues have just become louder and louder and more in line for Bray. And I think that you can get away with doing something where you have, a clue for Alexa, a clue for Bray, a clue for Scarlett, a clue for Carrion. If Bray is one of those, you can get away with that, right? It's a bit cheeky, and you get people's hopes up a little bit, but you know, it's one clue amongst many. Yeah, there's a clue for, I don't know, AJ Styles. There's a clue for Edge. There's a clue for Carrion. There's a clue for Bray. There's a clue for Alexa. So it's one of many, and you can certainly look at it and go, oh my god, it's Bray, because there is something that says it's Bray. But if you do that, you are also ignoring the other stuff that's there, and that's a little bit on you, right? That's on you. If you are going to just pick out the Bray clue and ignore everything else, and then it turns out not to be Bray, you have to take responsibility for that. I think it's a bit cheeky, but you can get away with it if you're WWE. You can't get away with this. This is too much Bray Wyatt now. There's too much going on that's connected to Bray. And if the reveal turns out to be Vince or Corbin or any heel or anyone other than Bray now, people are going to be so angry. It's gone from being a little cheeky, yeah, Bray is one clue amongst many. It would go now to being borderline insulting, because you've made it, and it is now so Bray Wyatt that you've kind of teased everyone that he's going to be at Extreme Rules, or it's going to be revealed at Extreme Rules. And if you now don't give it them and it turns out to be Corbin, that's just, imagine if, let's say, like, realistically it's Corbin, right? 'Cause it wouldn't be Vince. It wouldn't be Vince because of the hush money and all of that. You know, that's a big scandal that I don't think we've moved on from yet. So it won't be Vince. But it could be Corbin. It could be Corbin, right? Corbin, massive troll, could absolutely be trolling you. If it turns out to be that, I think they went too far with it. I really think they went too far. They did not make it enough about other people. They just went very, very, very heavily into it being about Bray, and so specific about Bray that I don't see how you can not really upset people. I mean, look, WWE fans have got this unwavering loyalty to WWE. If you love WWE, it's sort of like loving a football club. It's sort of like loving a football team. It's like loving a sports team. You kind of, if you support the, I don't know, LA Lakers, yeah, and they go absolutely rubbish, you stick with them. Like, I'm a Man United fan, and I've been a Man United fan my whole life, and they've been rubbish for about 10 years now. But I'm still a Man United fan. I would never even dream, I would never even think of supporting anyone else, right? Like, that's the team that I support. And I feel like it's the same with WWE. This would be insulting, and it would hurt, and they would take a knock from this if it didn't turn out to be Bray. They would survive it, because I feel like that's a good analogy. Is that the word I want? That, your loyalty to them is sort of unwavering. Like, if you are a WWE fan, you're a WWE fan for life. And so it would survive it, but it'd be a knock. It'd be a slap in the face. It'd be an insult at this stage. So I really, really don't think it plays well if it was going to be a troll at this point. But again, just to be clear, I think they could have got away with it before, because I think that Bray just being one of many, you could have got away with that, but not now. Bacon Time 1234 said, "What's up? Hopefully a good show tonight." Predictions. Well, my predictions are that it's a go home. That's always a concern. I'm not going to lie to you. It's always a concern. Go homes are not the strongest shows, mainly because everything is in place. You don't tend to get any last minute swerves. Basically, what these shows are is just a recap of how we got here. And you tend to get segments like contract signings, where they'll show video packages of how we got to this point. Then you get the contract signing. Contract signing will be a brawl. That's it. It's just a little segment to advertise that feud. Again, we've got Seth and Riddle face to face. That might end up being a brawl. There'll be a video package before. This is how this feud has gone. This is, where we are, a brawl. Tune in this weekend. It's going to be amazing. The only thing with Seth and Riddle is they might want to show you the fight pit tonight, because we've never seen a fight pit match. So they might want to show you what a fight pit looks like. We haven't actually been shown it. They might be saving it for like a big reveal for the Extreme Rules thing. But I think in order to get people excited, it would make sense to show you the fight pit so that you can look at it and go, oh, I really want to see these two fighting in that. That looks awesome. So, it would make sense to show you. And, certainly Cormier put a tweet out, certainly seeming like Cormier's going to be there. So I think Cormier's in attendance. So, I think that we're in for... I don't know. It's hard to say a great show, but I think we're in for a solid show, and I think that under Triple H, it should be all right. It should be all right. Triple H has been booking quite well, in all truth, so I think there's probably a good chance that we get a decent go home here. Right. If it makes sense that Bray returns around this month because of October, it's considered a spooky season, and he's more of a supernatural guy, said Victor. Ragnar said the QR code will show up around the Belair Bayley contract signing. Let's go up. Hollywood Guy, hello. Hope you are well. Hollywood Guy, shout out to you. Hollywood Guy, if Bray appears now, is he going to be pushed to the moon? No pun intended. Or will he be in the mid card? I hate to say this, but if it's Bray, now what? So if it's Bray, and we think it's going to be Bray, I think there's a really good chance he could be the one to beat Roman. I think there's a chance of that. I don't know that you put the belts on him, right? And this might upset people, but I did try to explain this in the video I did before. Undertaker never needed the belts. If you think about some of the most amazing Undertaker moments, they were never around the titles, right? Like him against Mankind, him against Kane. Yeah, these things were feuds. They were feuds that meant something. And they were feuds that were really, the streak, for example. The streak rarely had a title match in it. It was always a feud building up. I mean, think about his matches with Shawn Michaels, no title involved. Think about his matches with Triple H, no title involved. Like, it was never about titles. Like, I think it's important that he won the belt. I mean, like, if Undertaker had never won the championship, that would be a disgrace. But Bray has already won the championship. He's won it how many times? I think he's won the Universal twice. And he's won the WWE Championship once. So, yeah, you can certainly add to that, but I don't think there's like a desperate need for him to be a 15-time champion or anything along these lines. So, I personally think, not that he'll go into the mid-card, because that doesn't sound right. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I think that he will be an attraction. I think that his match will be a match that is going to really stand out on a card. It's going to be a match that has had a great build. It's going to be a match that matters. It's going to be a spectacle. It's going to be an attraction. It's going to stand on its own 2 feet. So you'll have a Bray Wyatt match, a Fiend match, a Funhouse match, whatever it might be. And then you'll have a championship match as well. So I can see them doing a lot of that. To say that that's the mid-card, I think, would be wrong. Because that would be like saying the Undertaker was always in the mid-card, and I think that's wrong as well. Like, he isn't. He stood on his own, and I think that Bray will do the same. Undoubtedly, you could give him a title run. I'm not sitting here saying don't ever do it. I'm just saying that if it doesn't go that way, no one is going to look at it as failure, and they shouldn't look at it as failure. You shouldn't look at it as like... he's not champion, so he's, rubbish or anything like that. But no one's going to look at it that way. No one looked at it that way for The Undertaker. I know I keep saying The Undertaker, but he's probably the best comparison to make. So, yeah, I think hard to say mid-card or like main event. Like, it's hard to kind of say where he'll be. I think he'll just stand on his own. And if that means he opens the show, then so be it. It doesn't matter. If he's in the middle of the card, so be it. It doesn't matter. If he closes the show, brilliant. If he main events, like, he could main event the first night of WrestleMania, and Roman could main event the second night. Equally, he could go on in the middle of the card somewhere. So it's a bit trickier than just saying he's a mid-carder, if that makes sense. Hollywood Guy, shout out to you. Time for Raw. It is time for Raw. So we are about to go over to the show. Days chat, how's it going? White Rabbit has killed my internet for 30 minutes, says Lordy King. I'm sorry to hear that, cheeky little bunny. Not you, White Rabbit. Right, here we go then. We're about to get underway with this week's show. I called White Rabbit and it said Stone Cold and Dusty Rhodes. Oh. Perhaps they just got bored with saying let him in. Apparently so many people have been calling them. They had to take their phones off the hook, which I think is a real shame. I think that's a real shame. I mean, look, people wanted to experience it for themselves. So, I mean, look, I get it. But I do feel sorry for them because I think they are genuinely trying to run a business at the same time. But apparently they have sold quite a few T-shirts for White Rabbit Records, which is great. At least they've made some money out of it, so that's great. And they deserve that, They deserve to make something out of it. Monday Night Rabbits. I think you missed a super chat. At Dex Float Toys, they mentioned collecting cards and selling some. Oh, I might have missed that. Have a look. Don't have it. Dex Flow, put it in again. I thought I read Dex Flow. I remember reading Dex Flow, so I think that's how I've missed it. Damage Control coming out first. So yeah, Dex Flow, put in whatever it was, and I'll read it. Don't super chat it. I'm just saying, put it in again. In the phone call, Bray said Bravo, Echo, Lima. There are 6 words. What if those are code names for Wyatt 6? It's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought. No, it's not Bayley. It's Judgment Day. Judgment Day versus AJ and Rhea. Their intro, I'll have to listen to that. Their intro catches me out a few times, actually. It's been a few times where it's been Judgment Day, and I've thought it's Bayley. I don't know that her. I think it's that kind of. I think that kind of choir intro makes me think of Bayley. Theirs isn't quite a choir though. I think it's more of a drone kind of guitar sound. But I think when the sound is turned down, I think it's quite similar. There you go, Daniel Cormier. They just showed briefly the fight pit. Special guest referee, Daniel Cormier. Pappy, Mummy, whatever she's called, saying a few words to Dominic. Dominic walking on the outside of the ring. So it is going to be Damian and Finn by the looks of it. I want to see her give him a little kiss on the cheek. That's what I want. I want to see her just like little kiss. I don't know why she's not doing that. Imagine her giving like him a little kiss on the cheek and him like. To be honest, I don't know why I want to see that, but I do. Dom is no Dom. Dexflow said, I was wondering if you was into wrestling cards. I got heavy into it, selling some for over 1,000. Sorry for missing your super chat, Dexflow. Sometimes they do slip past. I think I thought I'd read your comment, and that's why I just passed me by. I am into wrestling cards, but I must admit I'm trying to desperately save for like my own place. So like wrestling figures, wrestling cards, things along those lines, they don't lend themselves very well to saving. But I like the autograph ones. I like the ones that have got autographs on. So I've got around about 150-ish of autographed wrestling cards. Got some good ones. I got like Vince and I got Undertaker. Got a real nice one that's got Dusty and Cody on the same card. So yeah, I collect those. You'll have to let me know. Was yours autographed or were they just normal trading cards? Right, we've got a promo right now from Judgment Day. So talking about how Edge fought back. Let's hear it for Edge, says Damian Priest. So they're talking about Edge and how Edge fought back. But as with most things, you can only outrun fate for so long. Edge doesn't belong anywhere near a ring that I'm standing in. It's quite nice from Finn. I didn't mind that. It's going to do Edge a favor. I'm going to beat Edge. He said, I'm going to do Edge a favor. I'm going to beat him so bad, I'll force him to say the words I quit. How's that doing him a favor? WWE have got better talent now. Why do they keep pushing Finn? Oh, Finn's cool. Finn's a good wrestler. He was good down in NXT as well. He's had a couple of NXT title reigns. Obviously, you got the Demon that you could always do something with as well. They should elevate Priest and let Finn out of this, said Cliff Beavers. This group is awkward, said Jackson. Yeah, something is still not quite clicking with the Judgment Day. I do agree with that. Who's your daddy, Chance? I'll tell you exactly who my daddy is, and it's not Rey Mysterio. I'll tell you who my daddy is, and it's not Rey. He says he hates him. I've got a new family now. Got a new family now. AJ Styles getting a mention. It's a few topics we're covering here. We're talking about Edge. We're talking about Dominic. We're talking about AJ. Days Dom is finally interesting, said Darcy. Erase Your Mind said, let Bray kill these guys. I can't stand Dom's promos, says Hop Along Chris. You think Finn needs to win on Saturday, but do you really think they will have Edge say, I quit? No, I think that he could pass out. I think he could pass out and the referee will be given no choice but to call it. If Edge can't say, I quit, the ref will have to... He has to call it. So it could be like a ref stoppage victory. You can do that in an I Quit match. If he's passed out and he can't say it, the ref has to step in and like call it for him, basically. So it's a way of protecting him. He still loses, but it's a way of protecting him in an I Quit match. Here's AJ and Ray then. So we are going straight into our first match. Yeah, there was parts of that promo that was clunky. Parts of it I liked. I thought there was some nice stuff from Finn at times, but there was some awkward stuff from him also. I actually kind of liked what Dominic said. I mean, you know, him like reacting to the crowd was kind of cool. He must have known the crowd were going to chant that. He must have known that the crowd were going to say, who's your daddy? And, you know, he's obviously got a response ready for it. But it's kind of nice seeing him react to a crowd. You know, he's not just standing there looking awkward, being a bit lost for words. Like the crowd chanting, who's your daddy? He turned around to him and said, I'll tell you who exactly my daddy is. And it's not Rey Mysterio. So I kind of thought that was kind of good. It showed a bit of confidence. He didn't let the crowd get to him. He didn't let the moment get to him. Right, we are underway as AJ goes over the top, comes crashing down. Feels like we're on the verge. Feels like we're on the verge of... I do like Rhea just having a little wave there. I could see that being a little meme. Ray on the outside and just in the background, you've got Rhea just having a little wave. Next Monday, DX anniversary. Break it down. So DX anniversary next week, episode 25 years, I believe. Finn always has fun and good matches. I've always liked him. People need to put respect on his name. Right, let's jump into the chat. 3 Diglets. Hello, my friend. How are you? Can we fast forward till Dom is in better shape? Has got more tattoos, gets a mask and a tan, please, and thank you. Yeah, there is definitely people that, and I would say, I don't even know if it's the minority, it might be the majority, that feel he should, go into a gym and and maybe add to his tattoos. Because, like, if you've got just like a few bits, it feels like you probably do need to add a bit more to it rather than just having a few pieces dotted around. Obviously, if you're just a normal person, that's fine. But for Dominic, like standing like amongst like these giants that are just like got some incredible tattoos, I mean, even like Randy's arm sleeves are just incredible. I think Damian Priest has got a load of really impressive tattoos as well. Everyone seems to have a better physique than him. So, not that I can talk, but then I'm not a WWE superstar. So, I agree. I think that he does need to work on a few things, certainly. But I think this is probably the best he's ever been in this group. I think just being around Rhea makes him feel cooler. He feels like having a pretty girl kind of like giving him attention makes him seem cooler rather than him hanging around his dad. So, yeah, I like that. I think him being in a suit as well, looking a bit sharper, is an improvement. I think the slick back hair, having like, Finn Balor and Damian Priest being like buddies just makes him seem cooler as well. So this is, look, we're taking steps in the right direction. That's what I would say. But I completely agree. There's more work that needs to be done, definitely. I think Edge will be forced to say I quit in order to save Beth. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I did do my prediction video. Again, we did that yesterday. Big shout out to everyone that joined us. I did say in that I think Finn needs to win because if, and it's a big if because this could go in a completely different direction. But if Bray is coming back and his target is Judgment Day, then we need to build up Judgment Day. We can't have Judgment Day losing and then bring in Bray. And I mean, like, they're not going to feel big enough. They're not going to feel like big enough challenges for Bray. So we need them to be strong. We need them to get wins. We need them to really destroy Edge, destroy AJ, destroy Ray. Like, really, these guys need to be beaten. There's no hope. And then hope arrives. So that's how the story, basically. So that's why I think Finn needs to be victorious. I do agree. It's hard seeing Edge say I quit, which is why, for me, if I was booking it, I would have him pass out and have the ref call it and end it that way. But I do like that. I like that, Harley. The idea that Edge has to say it because Rhea Ripley has managed to get her hands on Beth. And if he doesn't say it for the sake of his family, Beth's going to be in big trouble. So I like that. It's a good shout. KD Dillard said, any knowledge on when the next WWE draft is? Well, I can tell you that the rumors were it was meant to be after Clash at the Castle. And then as we got closer to Clash at the Castle, there was a report saying that it's going to be early in 2023. So I think right now it's meant to be around, I think maybe just after the Royal Rumble. So that's what I'm expecting now. I'm expecting it to be around the Royal Rumble. So, apparently no plans to do it anytime soon. Right, we are back underway with AJ and Ray against Judgment Day. We've got Ray in there against Damian Priest, Dominic and Rhea on the outsides. Wow. Big kick there by Damian Priest, and Rey Mysterio goes flying across the ring. Shoulder up there by Ray. WWE keeps trying to make Dominic a WWE superstar. I'm sorry, he is not good. I have watched paint dry more interesting than Dominic. Rhea Ripley has got a better physique. Stoney at 420 said, is the I Quit match at Extreme Rules? It is, yes. Henry said, Royal Rumble will be great this year. Yeah, should be really good. I agree. Mr. DXZ said new DX would be LA Knight, Dolph Ziggler, Mustafa Ali, DIY, and Rhea Ripley. Frenchie said Harley stole my scenario. Guys, let's not steal each other's scenarios, please. Please respect each other's scenarios. Cliff Beavers said, a wrestler who never takes off their beanie, if it is ever taken off, it is serious, like a lucha mask. That seems like money. Stoney, thank you. Dom should have gone to NXT to have built himself as his own person, says Butler. WWE fans said, I've seen worse wrestlers than Dominic. Vicky Guerrero, for example. Yeah, I mean, look, in ring, he can do a few things, but I think for me, my pulse never races when I see Dominic. I think like the only match I can think I ever really cared about was him and Seth at SummerSlam, and I think that might have been his debut. And that was like SummerSlam 2020, I think. And then really after that, like, I don't know, the emotion just hasn't been in his matches. I don't know if it's the booking or what it is, but I just don't care about him or his matches. And that's a massive problem. I just think like he can do some stuff in the ring. He's certainly not lost hope by any means. Like, I can see him getting somewhere in the future, definitely. But it's just, it's very early for him, and he does not feel any better than, a good chunk of the people down in NXT. Can you now confirm the 5th member of Judgment Day will be Eva Marie, said Joseph. Oh my God. Let's not even joke about that. Jake said, if you don't mind me asking, what mic do you use? I am going to start a podcast. I'm looking for good equipment. Well, to be honest, this one is about £200, and I only just got it. So the one I would recommend would probably be a Blue Yeti mic, which is the one I've used since I started streaming. That's this one here. I mean, it's a bit battered, but look at that, how dirty and battered it is. I've had that and used that for around about just over 2 years. Got the job done. I mean, no problems. But it started to play up towards the end. I mean, I battered it. I absolutely battered it. Think of all the hours of streaming I've done. So if it is kind of broken, I got my money's worth out of it. But yeah, I'd say that. Good thing about that is you can plug it in and it just picks up like the noise from anywhere. So you don't need to really worry about having it so close. Whereas here, I have to have this one quite close. Whereas that one, it just picked up a lot more noise, but didn't sound quite as good as a result. We are going back to commercial break. We've got AJ in there against Damian Priest. This match, I must admit, is a bit throwaway. I know it's a feud. I know that Ray in particular has been feuding with these guys. AJ, I don't know. This doesn't feel like a massive deal, this opening match. Feels a little bit filler. But, yeah, we're going to commercial break with Judgment Day in control. In regards to the new factional Wyatt family, you mentioned in your other video, do you think it's a possibility we get Bo back? As he did say he would like to get back into wrestling soon. I think there's definitely a chance that we get Bo back, and if Bo was to come back, I would be surprised that he came back with Bray. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I would say it's probably more unlikely. The reason why I would say that is because they never put Bo with Bray when they were around the first time, and they could absolutely bring Bo back with Bray and, have that as like two people in this new family. I just don't know if Bo wants that kind of a schedule and wants to go back to WWE. And I don't know if Bo wants to play second fiddle to his brother as well. I mean, that's only something he knows. Like, for a lot of us, we could look at it and say that it makes sense to have Bo in a Wyatt family. But if you, I mean, like, you've got brothers and sisters, some of you, and, you know, that relationship can be a weird relationship sometimes. Like, I don't know, does he really want to go back and be second fiddle to his brother? I think ideally he would love to stand on his own 2 feet. But, I mean, maybe he's come to the realization it's just not going to work for him. And maybe he's come to the realization that if he's going to go back, this is, you know, his best option. And maybe he does do it. So it's hard to know. I mean, him saying that he's going to go back to wrestling could be him doing like a local amateur, like little local thing, you know? It might not be that he wants to get back into WWE. So I don't know. I don't know. Just because Bray's coming back, I don't know how confident it makes me that Bo is definitely coming with him. I think I would be surprised. That would be another surprise. So, like, if Bray comes back, I can't say. I've had people saying, "Oh, I can't wait for your reaction. Like, see what your reaction is when Bray comes back." The truth of the matter is, I don't think my reaction's going to be that great. Just because I think at this point it seems very obvious that it's going to be Bray. And I mean, my reactions are always 100% genuine. I'm not someone that, like, you know, is going to exaggerate for the sake of doing it. I just react. I mean, like, you watch these watch-alongs and you see, like, my live reactions to everything. And I can never quite know how I'm going to react. But I think the fact that I'm expecting it to be Bray certainly makes me think, I don't think I'm going to be that shocked. Like, when the reveal, it's going to be cool. And there's going to be, like, adrenaline pumping. And it's like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh my God, it is Bray. I can see it being that. But, like, I can't see it being screaming the house down. Because I just, I'm expecting it to be Bray. But if Bo's with him, I'm not expecting that. I'm not expecting Bo. That wouldn't make me scream the house down. But that would be a nice surprise. Because, yeah, they had a chance to put him with them before. And they never did it. Never did it. And I don't know if that was them not wanting to go that way. I don't know if that was him not wanting to play second fiddle to his brother. Maybe Bray didn't want him. Perhaps Bray was like, I don't want, you know, you should be able to, you know, go your own path. I don't want you to, like, me to be standing in your way or whatever. I don't know. It's hard to know, isn't it? Hard to know what that dynamic is like. I don't know what that dynamic is like. So there's a chance, but I feel like it's cleaner and maybe more likely that if he does come back and he does come back to WWE, they might try and find something else for him to do rather than putting him with Bray. But can't say that for certain because I just don't know what their relationship's like. I think they're quite close. I don't think there's any problems. Cody should dethrone Roman at Mania 39. I would much rather see Roman against The Rock, to be honest. I'm hoping that we get that. Roman against The Rock. Right, we've got Ray on the outside with Rhea, and Dominic steps up to Ray. Look. Dominic saying, hit me. Look, he goes down onto his knees. He wants his dad to hit him. Hit him, do it. Tough love. Give him some tough love. I'm sure you gave him a little spanking when he was young. Rey Mysterio laid out by Rhea Ripley. So once again, Dominic wanting Rey to hit him, but a clothesline by Rhea Ripley. AJ managed to get a double DDT in the ring, but he gets drop kicked into the corner. Finn Balor's in position for a coup de grace. Balor is climbing up. Coup de grace connects. Coup de grace connects. 2, 3, and there we go. It's a victory. It's a victory for the Judgment Day. So Dominic was goading Rey Mysterio. Balor, coup de grace on AJ for the victory. I'm thinking there's a good chance we should see Edge. So there we go. We've got those guys celebrating Judgment Day walk-in array. We've got Ray in the ring with AJ. AJ doesn't want Ray's help. What's happening here? AJ's in black gear. It's the kind of black gear I could see him wearing if he was in the Judgment Day. He pushes Ray over, AJ. Yeah. AJ pushes Ray. Interesting. Oh, but Judgment Day attack AJ. So they're beating up on AJ at the moment. This is surely bringing Edge out. Why don't you listen to me? I'm your friend. You've got no one else. I'm your friend. You've got no one else. So, Judgment Day attacking AJ at the moment. I was really expecting Edge. What's this? AJ no friends. AJ no friends right now. Where was Edge? Poor AJ Styles is out there on his own, getting destroyed. If AJ joins a faction, I would love to see a surprise faction. Bullet Club with Tama Tonga and their crew. It would conflict Finn. Imagine Haku leading them down the ramp, said BBB Yipsy. No one cares about AJ, said Hop Along. No, yeah, poor AJ in there on his own. I honestly thought Edge was coming down. Like, where's Edge? What's he doing? I think the fact that AJ's in all black ring gear, I think that's kind of interesting. That is exactly the ring gear I was thinking of when we were talking earlier about AJ being in the Judgment Day. That kind of black gear is what I can see him wearing. I think he'd need to change it now and have like some Judgment Day kind of logos down the side. But yeah, the white and black looks good. He looks good in white and black gear. It's just, yeah, I do agree. Like, seeing him in a suit, it's a little tricky. I'm sure he can wear a suit, though. Cormier will serve as guest referee for next Saturday's Fight Pit match. That news broken by Ariel Hawani. Incredible. So DC is the special guest referee. There was quite a bit of excitement around that. I saw that playing out quite well. Earlier today, look in the background, keep looking, keep scanning. What's going on? It's quite early in the show. This is when they like to drop things. They love to try and disrupt their shows as much as possible, so there's every chance we get a QR code. Some mysterious person in the background. Still looking, still scanning. There is someone in the background. He looks normal. Puts a hat on. There's a man that's put a hat on. What was that? People will be looking at that dude in the background. Oh, there's two dudes. One dude put a hat on. Got his head down. We're just hearing from Bobby. I'm just keeping an eye on that guy in the background. At the moment, he's not really doing anything. Here's Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali said he's waiting in the back. And he's done waiting. He's done waiting. He wants an opportunity. And make sure you get your opportunity.
I'm still trying to see that guy in the background, but I don't think that guy is anything. You're getting too comfortable disrespecting me, said Bobby. Staffarelli walks away. And that's that. He's got a lantern. He's holding a lantern, said Cobra. Daisy's seeing things. Well, there was a dude in the background wearing a hat. That was it. Ali can't beat Lashley, not in real life and not in storyline, said Top Tier. Mustafa Ali getting a title shot. Seems that way. Seems that way. Legend Killer, hello, shout out to you. Days, welcome to Timmy's. To your left and right are beautiful clouds shaped like Timmy's. Oh. He's holding a lantern. I don't think he was holding a lantern. I couldn't see a lantern. Arthur87 said a QR code is going to lead to an episode of Blues Clues about rabbits. Lol. Arthur, shout out to you, my friend. Darcy said when Judgment Day turns on Edge, most people thought it was too soon and out of nowhere. Now that it's been a while, do you think that was the correct decision? I think it was too soon and out of nowhere, but the reason for that was because they were talking at the time of making Judgment Day Supernatural, and Edge didn't want to be a part of that. And so Edge, this is what was rumored, decided to leave, and they decided to put Finn Balor in charge instead. Now, I think that was maybe a Vince thing, and obviously Vince isn't around anymore, and so it doesn't look like they've done the Supernatural stuff, and so seemingly Edge never needed to leave. So no, I think I agree. It was too soon and it was out of nowhere. And I don't think Judgment Day have. I don't think they've quite worked. I don't think they've been booked strong enough. I don't think their promos have been good enough. I don't think we've had really much of interesting segments from them. Like, it'd be good to have some interesting backstage segments, maybe see in their locker room, get a bit more insight into what their group's about, a bit more of a dynamic, you know? I'd love to know, like, the dynamic of Damian Priest and Dominic. I'd like to explore the Dominic Rhea dynamic a bit more, you know? I mean, that's very interesting. But, you know, what's Finn's relationship with Dominic like? You know, there's things that we could be exploring. We could be just like fleshing out some of their characters a little bit more and getting some more backstage stuff. Instead, we just tend to get what we just got, which was a bit of a so-so promo. You know, some parts of it were all right, some parts of it were really not that great. Followed by a match which, I have to be honest, I think was throwaway. I think it was missable, skippable. I think it was filler. I do think AJ pushing Ray was interesting. We got that out of it. And obviously it just continues the feud. But yeah, I don't know that that's like a crazy segment people were losing their minds over. You know, this starts a Raw has been all right. Like, it's felt go home. I'm just surprised there was no Edge, to be honest. I really thought Edge was going to come down at the end of that segment. So, no, it feels a bit rushed. And something about Judgment Day doesn't feel quite right. Adam said you should change the title of Raw and SmackDown to White Rabbit Investigations. Well, they're not obviously intended to be that. They're not intended to be White Rabbit Investigations. They, I don't think they are actually. I think we've been focused on that first match. We've been focused on the Judgment Day stuff. It's just, you know, if they do take over, if they do drop the clues so early, then we do go into them. What are we meant to do? I mean, like, we can ignore it, but you have to go with where the demand is. I mean, for example, we did a stream the other day that I think did about, I don't know, 15,000 views. About 15,000 views. The White Rabbit video that I did took me about 10 minutes after, got over 40,000 views. So it's quite clear where people's focus is at the moment. But it is the final week for White Rabbit, and we are back from commercial break, and we've got Sami Zayn and the Usos So we got the Bloodline backstage. Well, actually, it's one Uso, Jimmy Uso, and it's Solo Sikoa. No sign of Jay at the moment. Here he is. Here he is. Jay steps in and... You're over here having a good time. We're meant to be handling business. We are here for business, says Sammy. We need to let everyone know that the tribal chief is pulling up on Monday, so Roman is going to be on the show next week. Let's do it. Okay. His Street Profits. I've not seen anything in the background or anything. Message for you. And the Raw locker room. Be prepared to acknowledge him. Honorary use here. There's only two things the Bloodline need to acknowledge, and that's D's. Say something disrespectful about the tribal chief. I'll give you 2 matching boots. We look down and he's got a surgical boot on. Solo stepping up to Dawkins. Dawkins towering over Solo. We'll see you out there, fam. So, Bloodline bump into Street Profits. We know that Roman is on Raw next week, along with DX. It's going to be a sick show next week, man. Next week's show is going to be sick. Sammy leading the Bloodline. Before the segment, what should we talk about during the promo? Burning couches. You know they had fun coming up with the most random things to talk about, said LSW. Yes. They are just having a great time. Sammy, isn't he, in particular? But he always knocks out the pot, doesn't he? Whatever he gets given. Right, here's Bibbs. The following content. So is this Bibbs against Ali? Dun 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 bum bum. That didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. No complaints. Is a good talent. Should be properly used. I do not care who wins this match. Yeah, same. Same. It's had no build. If this is the match, the only build it's had is literally that couple of minutes promo that we just saw. That little thing backstage. Right, so Bobby is in the ring. Has the QR code showed up? No. No. And I'm quite pleased about that, to be honest. The later, the better. Just it's nice to watch the show. Like, I know it's not the best of shows, but it is nice to be able to just watch the stories and watch the backstage moments. And I mean, we're still scanning and we're still looking, but yeah, nothing showing itself yet. So, right, we've got Mustafa Ali making his way down. I wonder if the lights flicker in this match. I think there's a good chance the lights will flicker at some point. Judgment Day, be AJ and Ray. I need to update the winners thing. Bobby charging over, colliding into Ali in the corner. Lashley as a face is cringe, says Awaken the Dreamers. Lashley's going to win 250%, said Crazy Cheech. This has got a squash match feel, said WWE Fan 1000. Ali has got Punk flag. That flag is the flag of Chicago, which is where he's from, and it's where Punk's from as well. Love seeing Ali on TV, said LS Dub. Marty said, I don't really Discord, but sending love and respect to Canadians in this chat. What a great YouTube community. Marty, shout out to you, bud. Braun against Chad Gable coming up tonight. We know about that match already. Bobby got Ali up on his shoulders. Going for a clothesline, duck underneath. Lovely super kick there by Ali. Nice. Ali starting to get some offense in as he goes to the middle rope, looking for a tornado DDT, and he gets it. As Bobby goes out the ring. So Bobby on the outside, against the ropes goes Ali into Bobby. Bobby going over into the commentary table. Ali has got Bobby over by the side of the ring and tried to throw him headfirst into the ring, but Bobby reverses it. Into the ring goes Ali. Bobby grabbing the legs of Ali, dragging him out the ring. Clothesline. Oh, Ali getting turned inside out there as Ali goes down. Ali down as we're going to commercial break. Who would you book for Bray's first feud? At what point would you see him turn up at Extreme Rules? I did a video on it, but it's on the Wrestling Days Clips channel. There's also a link to it on the Wrestling Days channel. It's 15 minutes, so I'm not going to go into that kind of detail. But short story, I would have him interrupt Finn and Edge, and I would have him start a feud with Judgment Day, lead into a new Wyatt family against Judgment Day at Survivor Series. Has there been any QR codes? No, not yet. Certainly not that I've seen. Cliff said, Bray is cool, but the level of hype will ultimately be disappointing. Darcy said, a bit random. Do you think we'll see Trish return? Do you think Lita could possibly return? So, I don't know if they retired. I don't think they did. I remember Lita saying she's got one more run in her. And didn't she face... Was it Charlotte? I think it was Charlotte, maybe at this year's Saudi show earlier this year. I remember she came back for the Royal Rumble, and I think she faced Charlotte at the Saudi show. So we have seen Lita, and I don't remember her. I mean, that could be her final match. That might be how she, went out. I can't remember her announcing that she was done. So there's every chance we see her again. Yeah, sure. Trish, I think, probably has got one more in her. Probably. I can't remember her retiring. I remember she faced Charlotte as well. I don't think that was her retirement match. So, yeah, I think there's a chance that we get them. I mean, I'm sure they'll be involved in at least one more Royal Rumble. And I think you could get them in some kind of match as well. It's going to be interesting. Early next year, very early next year, January time, is the 30th anniversary of Raw. Raw started in January 1993. So January next year is January 2023. That is the 30-year anniversary. It's a big deal. Mattel have got a box set coming out of 3 figures: Razor Ramon, the 1-2-3 Kids, and Old School Undertaker. And you get like the Raw background, Raw kind of entrance lettering. Do you remember when they had the word Raw, big like letters, and that's how the superstars used to walk out? They've made that, and so you get that as well. So Mattel have done that. I've got to think WWE have got something planned, and we know that Triple H loves legends and paying respect to the past. So yeah, I've got to think that they're going to do something special for that. I don't know. I mean, I think there's every chance you get Trish and Lita on that show. I don't know that they'll have a match. But that's something else to look forward to. Not only next year have we got Royal Rumble and whatever, but we've got a very, very special anniversary, the 30th anniversary of Monday Night Raw, which I think undeniably has been the most important weekly wrestling show ever. Ever. I would say these 30 years of Raw have been more important than any other. I mean, just think about like some of the great moments and Monday Night Wars of Raw against Nitro. And I still see Raw as the flagship. It's still the longer show, even though SmackDown gets better ratings because it's on Fox. I still see Raw as the bigger show. Probably because it's longer and it's been going for longer, but yeah, big anniversary. Right, we go back to the action. We've got Bobby in there with Mustafa. The 30th anniversary show should be at the Hammerstein Ballroom. If it was, I would love, love, love to go to that. I would love to go to that. I would seriously look at getting tickets and getting a flight and go into it if that was going to happen. I'd look to try and go to New York for 4 days or something like that, you know. Land on the Saturday and leave on the Tuesday, something along those lines, and actually go to that show. I'd love that. I cannot think of any show I would rather go to than a Raw at the Hammerstein Ballroom. I would take that over WrestleMania, which sounds mental, but that's my youth. Oh, lovely. Look at that. 450 splash by Ali. Lands on the arm. The referee comes over. I tell you what, Bobby's holding onto his arm there. Referee hasn't given the X, but that looked like a nasty, nasty move. Bobby's still selling it. That is such a great moment. That's proper brought me into this match. That was a great spot. That 450 splash was awesome. Bobby planting Ali down. 1, 2, shoulder up. Shoulder up. Oh my God, the collision. The sound. They're just showing a replay here, look, of Ali coming. Oh my God, it's such a great moment. Oh, it's so good. Ali coming off the top, flipping round, landing on the arm of Bobby. The noise it makes, he's still selling it. 1, 2, Bobby. Oh, gets a 2. Man, that splash onto the arm. Proper brought. You need moments like that to bring you into matches. And I must admit, this match was just sort of passing me by. I wasn't really feeling it, but that moment was so good that I'm proper into it now. Sadly, I think we might be at the beginning of the end here. Ali in a lot of trouble. He's on his knees. Bobby's grabbed him. Just stay down, says Bobby. Ali slaps him in the face. Bobby hurls Ali over the ring to the outside. Goes out after him. Picks him up. He's going to look to drive him headfirst into that ring post, and he does. Ali spins and shoots off onto the floor. Is down on the outside. Bobby coming out after him. Still no sign of like QR codes or anything, which is really good. 50 minutes into this show. Here we go. Bobby again driving Ali into that ring post. Into the ring post. Ali is down. Ali being counted. Looks like he might be counted out. Will Brock show up tonight? I don't think so. He's not got a match at Extreme Rules. So this really is a show just to put finishing touches for Extreme Rules. So I'm not expecting Brock. Wrestling Andy said, "What's your all-time favorite WWE B show?" I loved Sunday Night Heat in the Attitude Era. Oh God, that's hard. I mean, What do you class as an A show and a B show and everything? I mean, like, I'm guessing SmackDown is an A show. But like, what do you class NXT? Is NXT an A show? If we're talking about the other, I mean, like, what do you class Tuesday Night Titans and Primetime Wrestling? Like, I used to love those. I'll tell you the one that came to mind first of all. I'll just go with that. Mania. It was a Saturday morning show, which never got a chance to watch, but you can find episodes online. And we've spoke before about like best of the year stuff. Whenever you got a best of the year Coliseum video, it was always Todd Pettingale in like the video kind of room at the headquarters, and that's kind of the background and the setting that they used to do Mania. And Mania was a Saturday morning kids show that, you know, had like Todd Pettingale doing some, I don't know, wacky stuff in between matches, and then they would show you some matches. And when you're young, I mean, that's just everything you need. You don't need anything else. So yeah, I've got a real soft spot for Mania. But like, I agree. Sunday Night Heat was cool. Primetime Wrestling was cool. Tuesday Night Titans. Yeah, there's a few. Bobby's picked up the win, by the way. Triple H had Bobby make Ali look strong. What a clown, Booker, said Junior. Hurtlock's what did it. So he didn't tap. He passed out. So Hurtlock win for Bobby. Dun 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 dun. I think Bobby's coming over to help Ali up. Oh no. Seth Rollins? Seth with a curb. Why is Seth gone after Bobby? Against the ropes goes Seth, curb onto the United States Championship. So is this going to be the next feud after Riddle? We're going to see Seth and Bobby. So Seth in there with quite a wild suit. It's not, I don't know what it is. It's not even really a suit, is it? It's like trousers and a jacket. It's purple and red. That's interesting color scheme, isn't it? That's an interesting color scheme. Is that not the same color as the lights that keep getting shown, like White Rabbit wise? White Rabbit revealed. So Seth attacks. What the hell's Seth doing? Has the QR code appeared? No. So coming up next, Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle are going to be face to face this Saturday. Bayley Belair. So Seth attacks. Curb stomps everyone. You get a curb stomp, and you get a curb stomp, and you get a curb stomp. Crop top suit. Did you see that Via went back to NXT and is back with Sanga? Triple H sees them as a big powerhouse team. Thoughts, said Michael. I like it. Yeah, I don't think Via on his own was working. I mean, it just wasn't going anywhere, was it? But I think Triple H seems to want to build a good tag division. That's obviously taking time. But, yeah, I think that's a good way of using them. I'm totally down for that. I liked Indus before. I really like them. Next challenger should be Dominik Dijakovic. I'd like that. Yeah, poor guy. What's going on with him? You would have thought that Triple H would have found something for him. I wonder if he's saving him for a new Wyatt family. I wonder if the reason why we've not seen him is because we've been waiting for this White Rabbit thing. Chance of that, isn't there? There's a chance. I think T-Bar, aka Dominik Dijakovic, I think he'd be good in a Wyatt family. got a good size to him. He's a big guy, and he can wrestle. He can go. People don't realize how good of a wrestler he is if they've only watched him on the main roster. Seth looks like a fail at playing the Joker, said Mustafa. They were with that one guy that was with Diamond Mine. This is good. Bobby hasn't had a real rival since winning the title. He's just been defending it in part of other storylines, says Adam. The song played off air. What, they've played White Rabbit, have they? Any QR codes? No QR codes. White Rabbit tease expected at 9, said Scott. Oh, okay. There was a QR code in the Timekeepers area, says CE. Was there? Was there? I didn't see it. But then saying that, they have been passing me by. I've not been doing the best job of actually spotting them. Let's put in QR code. If there was one, then it'll be on Twitter. I feel like QR code could be coming after this commercial. No. Well, no. If there was one in the Timekeepers area, I can tell you that it doesn't look like Twitter has spotted it. Yeah, I've just put QR code in and scrolled down for, past couple of minutes, but nothing yet. Nothing yet. Right. Back to the show. During the break, we had "We Want Bray" chants, says The Fiend. Days tweeted you something what someone did. We've got Seth in the ring. Oh. James has found what make out what that is, but it does look a little like a QR code. No way you're scanning it though. I'll quote tweet that. I'll quote tweet it. Interesting, James. Thanks. I've quote tweeted that. Someone sent me a Sean Ross Sapp message. Okay. Someone dressed in as a rabbit. Look at this picture. The ring announcer posted. Okay. The picture of like people in the arena whilst White Rabbit's playing. I can't see any QR codes though. Okay. What happened with Bobby? Did Bobby just get up and walk away? Like, what happened to Bobby? Bobby got attacked by Seth. Did he just get up and just walk off? Seth's just in the ring right now on his own. Welcome to Monday Night Rollins, says Seth. So we're going to be getting Seth and Riddle face to face. Whilst the crowd were chanting, "We Want Bray" during commercial, White Rabbit played. Okay, he said, "I go one-on-one with the original bro, Matt Riddle." So Seth in the ring. Behold. So a video package on the Fight Pit. So video package on the Fight Pit. in one of the most barbaric structures. No ring ropes, only steel. It's cool, isn't it? There's Ciampa. There's Riddle. Timothy Thatcher. Yeah, there's Riddle doing floating bro off the top of one. It's cool. Did you catch the devil duck thing on the Red Road cases on the Usos earlier? I didn't know. The devil duck thing. I have a signboard saying, let me in. No QR code. QR code probably going to come after this fight out video. I'm all right waiting. I really am. I'm all right. Like, I think everyone's waiting for it. And the later they put it, the more people will just watch the show. And also it means we can enjoy the show. No, whatever that devil duck thing, feel free to ping it over. I don't know what Seth's got on his forehead. It looks like he's got biro or something. What's on his forehead? You know when like you use a pen and ink goes everywhere? It looks like that's happened to him. So Seth's calling out. Bro, Seth's calling out Riddle. Riddle's making his way down. Bro, here's Riddle. Yeah, no scooter. No scooter for Riddle. 3 Diglets said, I hope there's no QR codes. Let's get to it. Let me remind you, you've never even been in a fight pit match. No contact clause tonight. So Riddle is in the ring with Seth. I hope there's no QR code, no hints, no codes, no nothing now until Extreme Rules, says 3 Diglets. I think people would be disappointed with that. I think people really enjoyed the White Rabbit clues and like being involved, and I think it's been a big success. I think they will do one tonight. I think it probably needs something to, you know, let people know that the reveal's coming at Extreme Rules. Doesn't necessarily need to be a QR code. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Still early. We're only just over an hour into the show. We're not even at the halfway point yet, so. Okay, so Riddle is singing Bro to Seth's theme. Crowd are trying to join in. Here we go. Yeah, it's not really working, is it? They're trying, but it's not kind of really, it's not catching on. Daniel Cormier is a fan of Seth freaking Rollins. That is true. You've got a nice singing voice. Oh, that's right. You're not allowed to see your kids anymore, are you? Wow. Seth laughing in his face. There's no contact, so there's nothing Riddle can do. Come on, bro. This is good. Child support is very expensive. They don't normally go this personal. Said last time you faced for the championship, it was against your boy Roman and he choked your ass out. Some nice lines here. You're second to Roman, you're second to Becky, and you'll be second to me. I love Seth, said Frenchie. Ah, here's Cormier. We're tired of foolishness, said DC. Matt, we go way back. Seth, you know from afar I've always admired you. So DC has got some nice words to say to both guys. I'm into that, said DC. I'm into the fight pit idea. DC, Brock Lesnar, it's clearly a pre-recorded video. Let's stop yapping. Train hard, train smart, and I'll see you both on Saturday. Straightforward stuff. Straightforward stuff by DC. So face to face, Seth and Riddle. Seth jumping out the ring, walking away. So Seth walks off. Riddle left in the ring. That was all right. There was some all right stuff there. I mean, again, feels like a go-home segment, to be honest. But there were some nice lines in there. Very personal stuff, certainly from Seth. Here's Candice. Someone in the background, still scanning background stuff. There's Alexa. Oh, what's that? Like static on screen? And there's the QR codes. QR codes dropped. QR codes dropped. So the QR code is in. That's interesting. A little bit of static before. We haven't had that before. So QR code has dropped, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls. Do you know, it'd be really great if I could actually get this QR code for the first time. I don't think I have, you know. So QR code drops. Candice versus Dakota next. What does QR stand for? Quirky. That's it. Right, let's go and see if we've got it. If not, feel free to ping it over if anyone's got it. Feel free to ping it over. I have. Well, actually, that might be the best one I've ever. No, I don't think it's going to read it. It's the closest I've come to getting it. Still won't do it. God damn. It's on screen for just like the fleetingest of moments. All right, let's jump over. Let's have a look. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, let's have a look. Let's pause this. Let's mute this. Go. Right, let's see if I wonder if I can get it to come onto the screen. I've never done this before, but it'd be cool if I could get it to work. Dare to dream. Dare to dream. Let's. I'll show you it. I haven't seen it yet myself. Is that it? Do I have to press it again? Oh my god, is that one of them magic eyes? Is that one of them where you have to do that? Where it's like a magic eye thing. Do I press it? Oh. Oh, it's given a partial code, does it? Tap on the black. Tap on the black. Oh my god, what's going on? So if you tap there, it unveils that. If you tap there, it unveils that. What's this meant to be? Okay, well, there's 2 lines there. 2 lines, is it? No, there's 3. If you tap there, you get 1. If you tap there, you get 2. If you tap there, you get 3, 4, 5. Looks like there's 5 red lines. Do you know what? There could be even more. Does it just follow you wherever you put your finger, actually? I feel like wherever I put my finger, there sends to be one. There's not one. Oh, there is one there. Oh. What happens if you actually tap it? If you actually tap it, then you get something like this. Oh. Tap the painting. Well, when you tap the painting, it reveals half a code. It says 751720W. But I don't think anything happens if you tap the other side. Does it? This is a hard one, like in the sense of I feel like I could really do with it on screen to like show you guys. Copy. Go. Compose. Backstage with The Miz. So we're backstage with The Miz at the moment. The QR code is binary. It says Gacy. Apparently it says Gacy. That's interesting. So the QR code is binary and it says Gacy. Dexter is behind The Miz. That's interesting that it says Gacy and that it says something different. Dakota is making her way out. So we've had The Miz. Candice is making her way down as well. So Gacy seems to be an early clue. Different pictures, same meaning. Big Boy Dally. Binary code translates as Gacy. That's what I got as well. So it seems like Gacy is where we are at the moment. Try and jump back over. Look what I tagged you in. I've just been reading some. Gacy confirmed. 3 Diglets said, if it really said Gacy, Bray is just referring to him as a knockoff of himself. Calling it now, Dexter Lumis is Miz's long-lost brother. Gacy as White Rabbit. Imagine T-Bar, Loomis, Gacy as the new Wyatt family, says Camilio. I heard Johnny saved Candice from damage control. Gacy is the new Fiend. Well, look, there's a lot more to try and decode with this thing. There's only the... I mean, look, has people managed to get the whole message? Or is that just one aspect of it? I certainly don't think that that's the only hidden clue by any means, because when you tap on the painting, on the picture, you get something else. Okay, so Dakota Kai is making her way down. I'm just trying to look at the URL at the moment, see if there's anything in that, because normally there's stuff in that. Obviously, we've seen file types as well. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Oh, that's really interesting. Damn, I've managed to get the other side. Has anyone got that? Okay, I've got something really interesting here. I've got something really interesting. So let's go fit to screen. See if I can fit it to screen a little bit better. That's the answer. Boom. Right, massive breaking news coming out of WWE Raw. We have now the QR code. It's a weird QR code, but on my phone, when I look at this, when I click on this side of the picture, it actually reveals a code. But now that I've put it into the computer, it's actually the other side that's being revealed. The other side says WWE.com. I'm actually going to write this down live as we're doing this, because this is the first time that I'm seeing this. WWE.com /399-012N. And then I get the feeling that on the phone, you actually get the other side of the clue. And so the other side of the clue, I'm just looking on my phone right now, was 751720W. So that needs to get put into the web browser. I will do that in a second. WWE.com /399-012N 751720W. I'll put that in a bit, and we'll see what that reveals, because on my phone it was only revealing this right side. Now that I've put it into the computer, it's revealing the left side, which is really interesting. Going down, there's these binary codes. Someone's already managed to put these in. This apparently, I don't know if the whole thing, but this apparently reveals, once you decode it, the word Gacy. So Gacy is the word that's revealed, but I don't know if all of these have been decoded. So it's hard to know quite where we are with that. But at the moment, Gacy is the big takeaway from this. And then this thing here, which looks to me like a magic eye, but hard to know what it is. I don't know if you can like save image files and things like that. And will that, I don't actually know how you reveal the file name of like these image files. That's something I'll need to play around with. But this is the current clue. And what I'm going to do is, let's see if I put in WWE, let's do it live, WWE.com/ this is probably not going to work, 399012N75172. Is it, I don't know if it's OW or 0W. I'll go OW. What does that do? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, what's this? What's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, I don't even know what this is. Oh, that's sick. It worked. It actually did something. We've got another clue. 6901 20925 8022. What the flip's this? Oh my God, it doesn't scroll. It won't let me click on anything. It's given us a number. Is that a telephone number? Is that a telephone number? We're going to need to look into this further. Ah, we got to hold up. This is insane. This is insane. Right, I have no idea I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I did not expect that to work. I did not expect that to work in the slightest, right? I did not expect to be able to put that in and actually get a different picture. I don't even know if you can get to this picture or if you do it just on your mobile phone. Yeah, I don't know. Is that a number? Has anyone tried calling that number? Someone tried to call that and see if it's a number. So this is the latest White Rabbit's cryptic clue. Already we've managed to get something revealed. As we said, people have already established that Gacy is one of the words. So apparently the binary is Gacy. Yeah, I don't know if someone's tried calling it or if someone's taken that code and can put that code into something. I've just left it on screen for you to be able to do something with it. Man, that's so crazy. I was not actually going to do that because I honestly thought that was not going to lead to anything. I honestly thought that was not going to lead to what it was. It better not be Gacy. 6901 takes you to White Rabbit Milk. It's White Rabbit Milk. What do you mean by it's White Rabbit Milk? What do you mean by that? It's White Rabbit Milk. That's what. Where do you put it? Where do you put it? Where do you put it? If you call them, it says feed your head. White Rabbit Milk. Where do you put it? Coordinates. Oh, they're coordinates. Okay. Let's go coordinates then. Coordinates. That's cool. So, has anyone got a screenshot of that at all? White Rabbit Milk. White Rabbit Milk. Alex says White Rabbit Milk. There's some sort of code in the background takes you to White Rabbit Milk. Some sort of code in the background. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know where we are with other people finding the other image that we found. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if other people have got that clue yet. That number does it take you to White Rabbit Milk? Okay, yeah, this is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? We're now kind of all over the road. Right, let's go. It's going to be difficult. Bray just posted a new photo. The initial QR code page, there's a magic eye, and that reads MTAMJL, says Bazza. What does it say? So it is a magic eye, and it says... Where was Bazza's? Let's go to Bazza's. Bazza said MT... I'm writing it down. MTA4MJ. Is that an L or an I? I'm guessing it's an I. MTA4MJI. A different picture has been revealed as well. So we managed to get that other picture. Now, I'm still unclear as to where White Rabbit milk has come from, to be honest. Still unclear about that. Let me save this. Let me go down on here. It's connected with the first clue. Google the number. Okay, hang on. The code is a barcode, said Gaming in Real Time. Niall said screenshot on Discord. Okay, hang on. I feel like we're having a few different conversations, which is very understandable. So I need to just kind of get my head around where we are and what we're having conversations on. What is White Rabbit milk? That's a question. Okay, let's go. So the number that was revealed, so the hidden picture revealed the number. I'm just trying to get my head around everything. So far, we're still underway with Candice and Dakota, by the way. 092588022. Okay. If you Google the number that's in that picture, it's the barcode for White Rabbit milk. Okay, right. Thank you. So someone said about coordinates. I don't know where we are with the coordinates. 69012092588022. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So that is the barcode for the white rabbit milk. So, okay, I've got my head around what the White Rabbit milk is now. White Rabbit milk. Hey, do you remember that? Do you know what that makes me think? That makes me think of I'm going to feed you baby birds. Like the milk thing. You know, when you think of like young lambs and whatever, I'm going to feed you baby birds. Definitely makes me think of that. Bayley interrupted the match and Dakota wins. So Dakota wins. Bayley interrupts. I am still desperately trying to follow this show. We've got Miz was backstage with Dexter. Dexter was like stroking his head. Johnny's gone back to the Miz. So Miz attacked by Dexter. I don't know if attack's the right word. Johnny, I think, is going to be in action coming up. Okay, right. We're getting somewhere here. We're getting somewhere. The pictures are from the story of Samson and Delilah, says Sonny. Oh, thank you. What, both pictures? Samson and Delilah. Miz was being caressed. That's a better word. That's a better word. Caressed is definitely a better word. Yeah. Caressed. Why was the Miz there? Last time we saw the Miz, he was in a changing room and he'd just managed to avoid Dexter. And then next thing we see is he's passed out on a box. I feel like I've definitely missed something there. Did you hear WWE tried to contact with Bandido before his match with Jericho ended? No. I tweeted you. Okay, let's have a look. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Let's go up to latest tweets. Ryan Satin. What has Ryan Satin found? White Rabbit QR code leads to an image. One side shows on mobile, the other shows on desktop. In the initial QR code page, there's also a magic eye that reads, yep, got that. This is what comes up when you get the code in the Samson photo, White Rabbit Milk, yep. If you put the magic eye code in a base 64 decoder, geez, which is like a binary text encoder, it translates to 10822. 10822 is the date of Extreme Rules. That's excellent. That's excellent from Ryan Satin. That's excellent. So, Ryan Satin has found that when you put that MTA4MJI, which was in the Magic Eye, into I've never even heard of a base 64 decoder. But when you get that, you basically get the date for Extreme Rules. That is Extreme Rules date. So that was the Magic Eye. Okay. 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 I like that. I like that a lot. It's very good. The story of the Samson painting, chosen by God. Samson was blessed with superhuman strength that made him invincible as long as the hair on his head remained unshorn. When he told his secret to the Philistine wife Delilah, he was captured and blinded and his hair was cut. He regained his strength as soon as his hair grew back and he was able to destroy the Philistine temple, killing 3,000 Philistines. I've retweeted that thread, by the way, if you want to see that thread. Jake Campbell has sent me, I think a few people have sent me the image of a Bray tweet from April of 2021. This is of seemingly another Samson and Delilah picture. Interesting. This man is so creative. Gacy. Samson lusted over Delilah. Yeah. So it seems like the conversation right now is very much with Samson and Delilah. Samson and Delilah. Don't know how you spell that. Do you know, I've just got numbers and flipping codes everywhere. Please. Shush. Shush, please. Another Antonio Inoki mention. Shush. Shush, please. Right, let's try and get over to the chat again. Elias' old ring name was Elias Samson, said Trent. That's true. Red boxes spell before me things created were none, save things eternal and eternal I endure. I thought the red boxes said Gacy. What's the gate? Where did the Gacy one come from? Where did the Gacy one come from? Days red line. The first part says creted, which means bringing something into existence. Hang on. Can we just be clear? How are we decoding? How are we decoding these things? Brandon says Gacy came from binary code in the URL. Oh. Right. So I was under the impression that it was the red boxes that people had decoded. So the red boxes are only just being decoded. Okay. Johnny Gargano is making his way out right now. So is this Johnny versus Otis? Someone found coordinates. Okay, it's all happening. Okay, let's go down here. Let's go back to Twitter. Samson and Delilah. Yeah. This is the response about the QR code, red symbols on screen. Symbols are from a Predator franchise seen in the pictures below. Okay, so there's a whole code thing. Someone's saying you can hear the fun house. I can't hear this. I can't hear that at all. Oh. People saying definitely Funhouse. Recognize the sound. I don't know. I don't know if that's coming across live. Someone sent me a thing. I mean, that's worth mentioning. Noise. At the same time as QR connected to Funhouse. Okay. Right, I'm trying to see. That code's really interesting. Oh. Retweet that code out. For anyone wanting to decode the latest White Rabbit play. What else have we got? I've just got people sending me screenshots, so I have to try and decode it myself. Same. Someone sent me a definition for same. I don't know why. Interesting. The Predator language translates to this poem. Before me, things created were none, save things eternal, and eternal I endure. All hope abandon ye who enter here. Isn't that meant to be abandon all hope? I think that's meant to be the other way around. I think abandon... Isn't it abandon all hope ye that enter here? I mean, it's only a little... It's only one like word that's twisted round. Before me... So it seems to connect back to Dante's Inferno then. So the stuff at the bottom, the Predator language... That seems to translate to... Search up Dante Alighieri. You get something interesting. Okay. Let's copy this. Let's put this in. Let's go. Dante Alighieri. Dante Alighieri is an Italian poet. Did the Divine Comedy. Yep. So I think he's responsible for Dante's Inferno. Okay. Yep. So it looks like that's what that leads to then. So the red boxes are Predator language. Link to Dante's Inferno. So if you are just joining us, you want a bit of an update on everything, I've got everything written down. I can tell you exactly where we are at the moment. I don't know what else there is to find. I would be interested in knowing about image file names. That was something that showed itself before. So image file names feels like a way forwards. But so far we've got the URL was a binary code that translated to Gacy. The magic eye at the bottom, that had a code. When you decoded it, it had the date for Extreme Rules. The bit in the middle is Predator language. And seemingly when you decode that, it connects to Dante's Inferno. The top part was a picture. Half would reveal on mobile, half would reveal on desktop. When you put the whole code in, you get a barcode. That barcode seems to be for White Rabbit milk. So that connects to that. The pictures were Samson and Delilah. So we've got that from it as well. Someone's also found an old tweet of Bray from April 2021 that was of Samson and Delilah. So we had that also. And then also the noise that was happening during the QR code reveal. That is a noise that's seemingly connected to the Firefly Funhouse. So... yeah, that's where we are, basically. I think there probably is more to try and decode. So Otis just beat Johnny thanks to outside interference. Braun has made his way down. Do you know what? I think we've got quite a bit there, you know. It's John Wayne Gacy, the serial killer, not Joe Gacy, says Sonny. The coordinates is the longitude and latitude of Extreme Rules. Where were the coordinates, Modern Mogul? The coordinates is one that I don't have. The coordinates, I don't know where those coordinates have come from. So where 3990205751720W was behind the first picture. Yes. Yes, I got that. But where were the coordinates? They don't double up as coordinates, do they? The image of the Fiend behind Alexa is interesting. Bray tweeted out about Samson and Delilah after Alexa betrayed him. There was a funhouse sound when the QR code popped up. I tagged you on Twitter. Bray's Twitter, it's a red circle like the one that was shown in the ring. There's no way this isn't Bray. It's too in-depth, said Nicholas. There was a funhouse sound. Yep, I've mentioned that. Coordinates, longitude of Extreme Rules. Yes, but where were the coordinates? Longitude and latitudes. Oh. So they've double used those. That's interesting. You see, those numbers that you're talking about, the 3999012N and the 75170W, that was also the URL. So that was not only a URL, but it was actually coordinates as well. So that doubles up. So that doubled up as coordinates. Coordinates. And those coordinates led to Extreme Rules. Place a decimal after the second digit. They're saying he's coming back as the Fiend, not Bray, to get revenge on everyone. Joe's Gacy's profile picture, he's got his eyes etched out. His eyes have been scratched out in his profile picture. When did he change his profile picture? Joe Gacy. Since in last day, it's what I want everyone to know. Wow. His last post was 4 hours ago. And he is at where they record The Walking Dead. And he said, I'd like everyone to know I knocked and they didn't let me in. Was his last post. His last post 4 hours ago says, I knocked and they didn't let me in. That's interesting. I wonder if Gacy was given the heads up. I wonder if Gacy was given the heads up. So he knocked. And they didn't let me in. And also, as you say, eyes scratched out. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's... I don't know what that same thing is. I'm wondering if there is anything in the file names. The new teaser translates, before me, things created were none, save things, turn off, abandon all hope. He who enters here. Yeah, I think we're pretty much up to speed with all of that. Is it? Behind Alexa earlier, I'm going to show you this. Behind Alexa earlier, there was an image potentially of the Fiend. I'm going to show it you. This is doing the rounds on social media. Let's have a little look. Is that something? Is that nothing? I like it. I like it. I think it's one that's worth mentioning. That's doing the rounds on social media at the moment. I don't know. Look, it's a mark on the wall. It could be... Some of these things are designed to kind of make you look at them and go, is it? Isn't it? Check Twitter. I just tagged you. It does look like the Fiend. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. Abandon all hope, he who enters here. Yeah, the picture from before. Did you catch this? The fault video is on my timeline. Did I catch this? There's someone dressed as Bray in the crowd, but I mean, we get that quite often. This is becoming clear. I can't see how this isn't Wyatt. Yeah, I think it will be. So, abandon all hope, ye who enter here, song and lyrics. And that connects with a tweet that he put out back in July. I like that. It means 10-8-2-2. It's the date of Extreme Rules. Yeah. Skip to 139. Okay, I'm getting the coordinates to Wells Fargo in Philadelphia. Yeah, we noticed that. We've got that. I think we've done a good job, actually, of picking up a lot of stuff here, you know? A lot of the stuff I'm being sent now are things that we've already spoke about. People are really excited about this Kyle Scarborough image. I don't ever put anything into his tweets, to be honest. Okay, I think we're kind of up to speed with those. I'm still interested in file names. I'm still very interested in file names. I don't know if anything's revealed themselves there. I would imagine that's something people have checked. Braun beat Chad. That's not going to be any surprise. Braun Strowman has beaten Chad Gable. Got a contract signing coming up. People in the corridor. I don't know why I'm still looking, but there can always be some interesting things that show themselves. The Boogeyman is coming. John said it's still not a reason, but to be honest, I'm just not bothered anymore. The image of the Fiend flashed over them all before the code popped up. Was that the image of the Fiend? There was something before, but it was hard to know exactly what that was. They made Chad squash Braun whole match. This is bad writing, said nobody. Ribby said Ryback was in the stream. He said Bray sucks. Hi, Ryback. Hope you're well. Gerardo said, what if Wyatt 6 is actually a stable with 6 people? Wyatt, Gacy, Cross, Scarlet, Alexa, and Black. Chris said, I hope Wyatt 6 will be 3 Wyatt characters, Bo, Alexa, and then someone else returning. Nikki and Bray sounds good. I like Nikki and Bray as well, yeah. Alex Biscayne said, I've DM'd you some stuff. Jaden said, Efficient 4696 was in the source code. Efficient 4696. What does that mean? Efficient 4696. Can I Google that? Efficient 4696. What does that come back with? Blockchain-based communication with food. What is efficient? Achieving maximum productivity with minimum wasted effort. That's what it stands for. No, hang on. Is that just efficient? That's efficient. Did I write it down wrong? Did I write the word down wrong? Or was it efficient? You've got me double guessing what the word is now. Have a look. It's hard to, do you know what? It's hard to see this text. I'll actually just copy the word rather than trying to read it. Efficient. Yeah, it was. Efficient. Efficient. So efficient. Well, we know what efficient is. 4696. That was in the source code. I wonder if that means, I don't know. I don't speak source code, so I don't know if that is like something you have to write to make it efficient, or I don't know. Or maybe it is a clue. Okay, that's one we'll have to park. We'll have to park that one. Did anyone notice the numbers in the Samson with strength picture at his feet? Yes, that was a barcode for white rabbit milk. He lost. Code came up Bel Air. What if White Rabbit is going to be at Tim Hortons? It's going to be the bunny. It's a random comment. Why would the code randomly pop up with Alexa? It's Bray. Why would WWE make us have obvious clues to then troll us? Urban Goff said the red symbols look like the bomb countdown from the film Predator. Predator is Randy Orton. He is the apex predator. That's true. I like that. I'm going to write that down. Orton. He is the apex predator. I don't think he speaks the predator language, though, in all fairness, but it's not Joe Gacy. It's John Wayne Gacy. Well, it could be. I mean, it could be Joe Gacy. It could be John Wayne Gacy. I think you're right to certainly throw that up as another option. Either Bray comes out at Extreme Rules or we get Firefly Funhouse episodes. Zoom Station said, I'm just waiting for Bray to appear. If you Google the source code, it comes back with a picture of a train. Does that relate to the Strowman Express? Jaden, what was the source code? Do you know? Is that one that you sent me in a message? What is the source code? What is the source code? That's interesting about the train. Bobby wants Seth next week. So Bobby wants Seth next week. I am desperately trying to still keep an eye on this show. Right, contract signing time. We've got 2 ladders in the ring. We got Corey Graves in there, so it's going to be the Bayley Bianca segment. The figure flashed over Alexa, and Bray tweeted Samson, and Alexa betrayed him, as Samson's story is all about betrayal. I put the code for the Magic Eye thing into and it's back 10-9. That's the date for Extreme Rules. I tweeted it to you, said Canadian Kid. Thank you. Canadian Kid, let's go. When I put the static blue image to Google Lens, don't know. We know about that. We know about the QR codes. We've got that. A lot of the stuff that I'm getting sent is stuff that we know. Stuff that I'm not being sent are... Stuff I'm not being sent is anything to do with the source code and anything to do with the file names. A lot of the other stuff I'm being sent. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I think everything I've been sent is stuff that we've got. I appreciate, I love people sending stuff, so this is absolutely brilliant. You know, I keep sending it. But obviously people are solving this at different speeds. So it just means we're getting a lot of the same stuff, which is understandable and absolutely fine. But the stuff I'm looking for is anything to do with the source code, anything to do with file names. Again, I can just give you a little update. with everything we've got. So in the URL for the latest one was a binary code that translated to Gacy. The Magic Eye had a code in that when you put it in, translated to the date for Extreme Rules. In the hidden picture, there was a barcode for White Rabbit Milk. The images were Samson and Delilah, which is all about betrayal. And Bray Wyatt sent out a tweet about Samson and Delilah. The Bray tweet, as we said, the apparently noise at the same time as the QR code, that was very Funhouse-esque. I still can't hear that, though, but there's enough people saying it. I believe it. The red boxes, that is Predator language. That translates to something from Dante's Inferno. We know that. So we've got that. The hidden code as well, that is coordinates. And when you put that in, it gives you the coordinates to Extreme Rules. Gacy, as we said, that could be John Wayne Gacy. It could be Joe Gacy. If you actually look at Joe Gacy, his latest tweet said that he was he knocked and they didn't let him in. He was talking about Walking Dead, but it's still interesting that in his very last tweet, just 4 hours ago, he says that they didn't let me in. I wonder if that means that he's not going to be a part of it. I wonder if that's his way of saying that he's not going to be part of the Wyatt family. And the eyes are scratched out in his profile picture. And then people think they've got the Fiend behind Alexa. So we've got that as well. So I think we've got a lot there, an awful lot. But what we don't have is anything to do with the source codes, and we don't have anything to do with file names. Did you know that the man's poster for Extreme Rules, there's always a lantern in the background, but not for the girls? That's interesting. Caleb said that language says before me things were created. Yes, we got that one. Thank you. Tamplin Reese said Seth was wearing red and purple tonight. Also, Seth is wrestling in the cage same night as Bray Wyatt is meant to return. In green in the source code, it said efficient 4946. Yeah, I've had to park that one. Because I don't know what that stands for. I still don't know what efficient 4946 is. That's one that's still being worked on. Beatrice is the name of Dante's Inferno. Love B. Priestley. Oh, I don't think so. Bayley, new champ Saturday. We are just seeing Bayley at the moment. It's been a mad 40 minutes or so. Days, can we do another White Rabbit live stream? Says Brandon. Maybe. I don't know when we'll get a chance, to be honest, because we've got this clue, which I think we've done a real good job with. Not us, but just gathering everything together. And then obviously tomorrow's NXT, Wednesday. Potentially we could do some at Thursday, maybe. Hello, International Superstar Wrestling Days. Hello. Rick, hope you are. Leo said, Efficient 4696 is an event I'd code for tracking events. Efficient 4696 is an event I'd code for tracking events. Oh, so you're saying that in code, that might not actually stand for anything other than to help it track people that have been on it or something. Maybe that doesn't mean anything. 4942 is an angel number, isn't it? I can certainly have a look at that. Angel number 4946. Always being in control. That's an interesting one. I like that. Who said that? QR code on Corey. Yeah, normally the second QR code's just the same as the first, but feel free to scan it. I don't understand why they are acting as if they don't know they're there. Why is Corey acting like he doesn't know the QR codes on the back of his clipboard? Bianca said you're pretending to be someone you're not. Bayley and Bianca. So we've got the second QR codes. Okay. Yeah, I really like that. I really like that Angel one. Who said that? I want to give them credit. Hang on. I can't remember who said it about the Angel thing. Yeah, let's find it now. This is why I have to write things at the time. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. It's too many comments. Right, scroll down. 3 Diglett said, "How are you uploading separate videos while streaming? Are you the White Rabbit?" Oh, it's messy, to be honest. It's messy. It's not the easiest thing. Okay, so hello, we're backstage. Damage controller attacking. Asuka and Io. Bayley is attacking Bianca. So damage control attack, basically. Wow. Bianca went hard into that chair. So we've got a mass brawl right now. Bayley and Bianca really going at it. Bayley getting thrown into the edge of the ring. I'm going to read you this Angel number in a second. Bianca running to backstage. Bayley is down, laughing as Bianca runs out back to try and help Alexa and Asuka. Worth keeping an eye on this. Asuka's leg is in a chair. She's in a lot of pain, man. She's in a lot of pain. Asuka's in a lot of pain here. Is that going to rule Asuka out, is it? Alexa shaking her head, looking down the camera. This isn't over. Io, you, me, tonight. So, Alexa challenging Io tonight. Secret influence of 4946. The Angel number 4946 reveals a message that reminds you to hold on to your valid values. When you feel like life is only spinning around, that is a sign that you are not living according to your values. It is easy to get derailed by comparing your life to other people's. Protect your heart by being present in your own life. So 4946 is about always being in control. 4946 reminds you to exercise patience. That's really interesting because I think patience was something that was in the last Angel number. I remember talking about patience before. Past seasons might have been hard and discouraging. However, your guardian angels are reminding you that a breakthrough is imminent. Oh my God. I mean, look, maybe these angel numbers just always relate to things that are seemingly fit, but this seems to fit, doesn't it? Patience. Patience, and that a breakthrough is imminent. All the hard work and commitment are about to bear fruits. The divine realm commends your degree of discipline and commitment. 4946 angel number is a great reminder. You should feed your mind. That you should feed your mind with positive thoughts. Ah! That's sick. I wish I'd written down who flipping said that. That's sick. Again, you know, these angel numbers might just always fit. The Fiend showed up in the audience. Double check. Did not see the mask before. The mask went up with the QR codes. I don't know if that person in the crowd's connected or if it's just a fan. This is what you get when you put in Gacy, Alice, and Wonderland. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. WWE Jake. I'm going to show you the image that I've got. Gacy and Alice in Wonderland. We've just been at commercial break. We're about to come back. Again, might be nothing, but if you put in Gacy and Alice in Wonderland, this comes back. Is that what we're getting? Is that the new Bray Wyatt? That was WWE Jake on Twitter that found that one. I like that. I like that. You're going too deep. You're going too deep. You're getting too lost. I do like that angel number, though. Feed your mind. I mean, come on. Feed your head. Feed your mind. Feed your mind with positive thoughts. Talking about how, like, you know, your hard work's going to bear fruit. Your, you know, return. Good days around the corner. Return is imminent. Like, jeez. Just screams Bray, doesn't it? 4946 IRS codes. And also 4946 relates to Windows Firewall. All this fake info is crazy when we know it's going to be Eva Marie, said John. That definitely looked like Alexa and Bray. Another clue on NXT during the Gacy segment. I don't think so. I think they're teasing Gacy, but I don't think Gacy's going to be a part of it because we've had other people tease before. So I don't think it's going to be a part of it. I mean, we've had like Corbin mentioned in previous clues, and we've had like a few other teases to other people, you know. Where did you get 4946? I only saw 4696. I've got I don't know. It was put in the chat. So I don't know, was it written down wrong? I haven't seen the source code. I think Gacy was mentioned, so people go to his Twitter. If anyone, this is what I want. I want source code information. If you've got source code information, let me know. I'm interested in source code information, and I'm interested in source code information, and I'm interested in file names. Joseph said, notice 9s are upside down 6s. Notice 9s are upside down 6s. Don't know. That might just be the 9s. Not sure. Not sure on that one. People are loving the fact that dude had a mask, didn't have a mask, and had a mask and put it on in the crowd. I'm getting sent that quite a bit. The picture of Samson pulling the pillars down after he lost his strength and he asked God to give him strength. God granted him his strength back. Samson then pulled the pillars down, killing everyone, including himself. Bray's genius never ends. October 3rd, White Rabbit tease contains photos from the story of Samson. The story follows a super strong man with his hair. He falls in love with Delilah, who after finds out about his weakness, betrays him by shaving his hair. Bray posted a picture of Samson and Delilah right after Alexa betrayed him after WrestleMania 37. There's another QR code in the back. Yeah, I've not seen anyone telling me that there's anything different from that QR code, in all fairness. I think that QR code's going to be the same. On Raw right now, we've got Solo Sikoa about to go one-on-one against Angelo Dawkins. So we are approaching the final 40 minutes of Raw. Approaching the final 40 minutes. Let's go. Delete that. Let's go here. I want more source code information. That's what I want. I wish I could find the source code stuff myself, to be honest. There's another QR code on the back of that, yes. I don't know how you find source code information. That's something I'm not sure. How can I find source code info? Let's Google that and see if I can find it myself. On Chrome, you press Control plus U. Okay. Control plus U. Oh, that was easy. I found it. Okay. I've got the source code information for that second picture. I don't know if there's anything showing there. I don't know if anything's showing on that. Let's go back. Let's try source code info on this one. Oh, man, there's so much. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's not the right thing to do whilst we're streaming. Can we see the pic of the Fiend mask in the crowds? It's just a dude with a Fiend mask on. There's a dude sat there, and he's not wearing a Fiend mask, and then he sat there, and he has got a Fiend mask. My brother caught this glitch. He said the other move in match card was normal, but when they showed cross and Jew, cross side was glitching. Could it be for White Rabbit? I didn't see that. Cross's side was glitching. Match card decoder. Yeah, got that. Got that. Let's see if I can bring up there. So there's I know it's not the biggest, but you might be able to see it on the left-hand side, just the dude sat in the crowds. And then moments later, that same dude put on a Fiend mask. Again, don't know if there's anything to it. Don't know if he's been planted there. I mean, he's right in the center. So he doesn't wear it, and then he does put it on. I think he was wearing it earlier, though. Someone sent me a picture of him in the first match wearing it. So I think he might have got hot and took it off and then ended up putting it back on again. So it might be nothing more than that, to be honest. So there he is with it off, and there it is with him on. Could be something to that, maybe not. I suppose I should still include it. So Bray mask in the crowd. I don't know. That I must admit, that one to me feels like it's. That one to me feels like it's just a fan. I'll include it just in case. Yeah, I think I'm up to speed with these. I think I'm up to speed with these. I can't believe how easy it is to find a source code. That's blown my mind. I'm going to be looking at source codes for everything now. Not even anything to do with this, just like proper going in deep. Next time you see me, I'm going to be a web developer. Okay. Days, check the White Rabbit Discord. Check the White Rabbit Discord. White Rabbit. Let's go down. Loads in there. It's bubbling in there at the moment. That's cool. What I'll do is for those that want to go in there, I don't know if people have been sharing the link, but there we go. I've put the link in the chat for anyone that wants to go into that Discord. Looks like there's a great conversation happening in there. I reversed and changed the pitch. Well done, White Rabbit sign before the break. Nice. Finally some good pitch. It's Bray. Second one sounds like Braun. Angel message relates to personality development and creativity. Talks about personal growth expressed in the ability to feel and understand people, gaining strength. Feed your mind, feed your head. Lots of good stuff in that. Lots of good stuff in there. Yeah, I think we're up to speed with it. I don't think anything else is shown in the source code. So nothing, I mean, I only just briefly looked at it. Nothing jumped out at me. We didn't get any further with the... I mean, if you try and look at all the file names, you just get a whole string of numbers. It really depends how deep you want to go, isn't it, really? I mean, I feel like this is where people are going to go like really deep. Some of these file names, they could have something to them. There could be something more to them. That might be something that will reveal itself at a later date. I must admit, I feel like I'm at the point where I could probably put the video out. With about half an hour to go, I feel like I could probably put the video out looking at, you know, what we've got. You missed a sign. There was a White Rabbit sign. Where was the White Rabbit sign? They did that before, didn't they? That's revel in what you are thing. There's lights in the crowd. It's Bray. The sign is on Discords. White Rabbit sign. That's interesting because that is an anagram of Bray. And we've spoke about that before. When you change those letters around, it makes the word Bray Wyatt. How many times are they just going to tell us in different ways this is Bray Wyatt? How many different ways are they going to do that? It feels like this needed to just muddy the water a little bit, and it hasn't. It hasn't at all. You realize it's not what you visualize, but what you have to do. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that sign, so I'm just having a look. Oh, great. That could be... It could just be someone in the crowd, but... But yeah, that is an anagram of Bray Wyatt. But that could just be someone in the crowd. Again, for those that haven't seen it, I'll show it you. There you go. White rabbit. And again, you can change those letters around and it will say Bray Wyatt. This has been like a full-time job for 3 weeks now, says Shane. The QR code that was on the contract is on Discords. Thanks. Does it go anywhere different? Is there anything that we need to know? Is there anything that, like... I'm guessing probably not. Let's go there. There we go. Well, if it's multiple fiends, it's the same QR code, not a different one. Triple H is a bad booker, says Junior. Sammy was just getting involved. Sammy was distracting. So, Sammy distracting. Sammy going over, rolling up Solo. Dawkins rolling up Solo. Sammy again trying to distract. Solo goes in between the ropes to the outside. And spills to the outside. Sammy coming over to Solo, having a few words. Jay coming over, grabbing Sammy. Jay not happy. He doesn't like Sammy getting involved. So saying something. Over the top goes Dawkins. Dawkins over the top comes crashing down. And it hurts inside. Dun, 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 dun. Dawkins walloping Sammy. There's a face behind Edge and Finn on the Extreme Rules poster. 1, 2, 3. So there we go. So it's a victory for Solo. Okay, so Solo Sikoa. It's a lovely side slam there by Solo. Backstage with Theory and Alpha Academy. Austin Theory. Austin Theory against Johnny Gargano next week. A-Town down. Drew versus Cross card for Extreme Rules. The Magic Eye picture and that white rabbit sign in the crowd has the rabbit on it. Jessica said, I Googled the extra numbers. It's a barcode for white rabbit milk. Shout out to you, Jessica. Appreciate the info. I'm trying to think. I mean, like, I feel like we've pretty much got everything. I think we've pretty much got everything. I'm sure there will be other little bits and bobs that reveal themselves. So that's top image. The top image was crazy, giving us 2 sides of that code. That was really cool. There was quite a bit to this. I mean, this has not been easy to decode at all. At all. This has to end with a clue. Surely, if Alexa versus Io is main eventing, I think lights almost certainly flicker during that match in the main event. Almost certainly. 28 minutes left to go. WrestleVotes works for WWE, says Michael. Expecting shenanigans in the main event. James said lights will go out. Legend Killer said we're at commercial break. We are. Yeah. One desktop, one mobile. Days, did anyone say anything about the weird symbol during the Alexa segment? We showed it. Do you mean the what looked to be maybe Bray's face on the wall? Yeah, we looked at that. We looked at that. It still says Johnny Otis after 2 matches. Yeah, it's struggling to get to those things. It's hard to update the winners scroll and everything. Alexa is Delilah to Bray's Samson. Bragg was in the crowds. Do you mean Bray? Symbol looked like fire with Bray standing in the background. Symbol looked like fire with Bray. No, I've not seen that. Was this what was on screen? That's actually an interesting thing. That's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder if I can find that. I wonder if I can find that image because there was something that showed just before the QR codes. And to be honest, that's something I haven't found yet. I haven't found whatever that actually was, but there was like a static and it did feel like there was some kind of image there. So that's a good shout. That's something to explore. Go down. It's on Twitter. Oh, okay. Thank you. Has anyone managed to send that over? If not, I'll have to see if I can search for it, which I will try and do. Twitter. Someone sent a Edge is backstage. Okay, I'm going to show it you. How can I do this? Let me see if I can get to it. We've got Edge just cutting a promo at the moment. Edge says that he loves this. He said, this isn't just taking a toll on me, it's taking a toll on my entire family. I don't know if I can make this bigger. I can't. I really can't make anything out with that. I don't know if you can. I don't know. Can anyone see the Fiend or anything in there? I genuinely can't see anything. There's the QR code. There's it going backwards. Lots of distortion. I mean, I totally believe there's something there, but I can't see anything, to be honest. Looks like a glove, says Bill. Puppets behind Edge. Puppets behind Edge? Can't see puppets. Some like mask things up on top, but I can't see puppets unless they appeared and showed themselves and then disappeared again. You lie or you say you see anything. I can't see anything there. I personally can't see anything there, but I do believe there could be something there. It certainly feels like there's something hidden in there. Edge says, hope you're ready for war. So, Edge promo. There's a clock behind Edge. On the top, yes. Does that mean anything? Edge collects lucha masks and lucha collectibles. Has White Rabbit been played out yet, says Cornage. Well, I feel like we've pretty much got everything. I don't think there's too... I mean, I could be completely wrong. Of course I could. But it doesn't feel like there's too much more that we are needing to try and find. I think you guys have done a fantastic job. They're just talking about next week. So next week, DX, we've got Alexa coming out. With Bianca, Alexa looking very angry. Now, this is worth keeping an eye on because we could have something here. So, Alexa versus EO. I don't know what's happened with this text, but it's all gone rubbish. Why is it the season premiere next week? No idea. They do that from time to time. I tagged you in a retweet. You can see it does look like the Fiend. Okay. That's the symbol I was talking about. That symbol is normally there. It lets them know where the middle of the curtain is. So that symbol doesn't mean anything. That symbol, I can understand why it looks like it does. But that symbol lets them know where the middle of the curtain is. Otherwise, they'd be fumbling around trying to find how to open the curtain. So I've seen that many times before. So the pause, yeah, okay, yeah. That's interesting because the pause. That's interesting. So the screenshot I've been sent is of that kind of, the thing we just looked at, and it's been paused. And it's been paused at the moment of the image that we saw earlier. God, this is complicated. So we looked at an image earlier, and the image that we saw earlier was this one. I was under the impression that this was on the wall in the background, but apparently that's not on the wall. Apparently that is when you pause that flickering image before the QR code. That's where that comes from. So, okay, we've got a bit more clarity on that at least. Saw saw a fan sign that said, "Let me in" behind Alexa when she was on the ropes. Sad that Billy Gunn wasn't in the picture for next week, said Trent. There's actually enough time for a surprise. I wonder if there will be, says Gregory. I don't think there's going to be. I think lights will flicker, but I don't think it's going to be anything other than that. I've sent you a tweet. Okay. What's it relating to? I'm getting sent a lot of tweets, but a lot of stuff at this stage that we've seen. Remember the pic I told you about? Follow the White Rabbit. Yeah, people are showing that backstage thing. Gacy, however you spell it, awakens a new gimmick. Picture which won't load. An error occurred loading that. Doesn't load. 69012 from 69012 is the zip code for a city in Mexico, which is a home to someone that made masks for many famous luchadors. If you look behind Edge in his promo, there are masks. 69012 in the hidden picture. If you just take that as a zip code in Mexico. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I see a little link there. Right, people have sent in screenshots about some glitches. Yeah, that's true. That's interesting. I like that. I like that. Jim. I tell you what, this is going to be one of the most in-depth, complete videos I've ever done in my life. Thanks to you guys. I've got another image to show you then. I'm just going to show you. Where's that gone? Where's that image gone? There. Can you see the blur, the behind Carrion? The static behind Carrion. He's commercial over. Alexa looked mad because Damage Control attacked Asuka. Edge speech almost sounded like a retirement announcement. Okay, we are underway with our main event then. Alexa against Io. Phantom Kyrie Hart said, do you think we'll see a red light that's been teased for light events? I think it might show up during or after this match. Could see a red light, could see the lights going out. I am expecting something along those lines. Is this the main event? It is the main event, yes. It is the main event. Alexa slapping away at Io. Dragon Screw takes down Alexa. Alexa grabbing a hold of her leg at the moment. Strike there by Alexa. Forearm strike as well. Just keeping an eye to see. So it really feels like something's happening here. Really does feel like something's going down. Boom. Boom. They're turning Alexa into the goddess again. Just had a purple screen. Did you get that? Just had a purple screen. Screen just went like a purple color. Did you get that? Or is that just like a BT thing? But momentarily, the screen just went like all purple. Double knees by Alexa. I think we're just about to go to commercial break. Yeah. It was a purple screen. Purple, pink screen. Yeah. It just flashed pink. Judgment Day, they all wear purple. Alexa needs to use Sister Abigail again. I got that purple screen. I got it, but it was super fast. It was super fast, yeah. I didn't know if it was a BT thing, because if it was a BT thing, then that would definitely make me think it was just a glitch here. But, like, interesting you guys got it as well. Sometimes those things don't mean anything, but obviously sometimes they do. WWE is fun again. Said it before, man. We would have to consider stopping doing the watch-alongs if this continued, because this, I can totally understand people saying this isn't a watch-along anymore, because it's not, is it? It's just so hard to try and do the White Rabbit stuff and do a watch-along. Like the watch-alongs would have to stop. So as much as I'm loving the White Rabbit stuff, I do wish they would find a way of dropping it right at the end of the show, or putting it elsewhere, or doing something else with them. Just because they really, really, really do take up kind of all the focus. They are fun, though. They have been a lot of fun, and I'd love to keep them around, but just in a different way, so that we can still watch the show. Like, I feel so sorry for everyone on the show, because again, my focus, and I don't think I'm wrong in saying 90% of wrestling fans' focus has not been on this episode. It's been elsewhere. I saw some kind of mask behind Alexa after the attack. Right, let's go. What do I want to try and do? I'm in the UK using BT Sport. I got that pink-purple screen. Was it everyone or just BT? Seemingly everyone, but seemingly everyone. We just asked, and people in America got it as well. So looks like everyone was in the same boat on that one. So it looks like everyone got that. Dun 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 dun. Okay, we got another advert for DX. Still keeping an eye out. How long we got? 9 minutes to go. That's all. 9 minutes to go. So we've had I wonder if we'll get a red light. We've had like a pinky purple light. I wonder if we get a red light. Mitchell said lots of Lily dolls in the crowd. Okay, clotheslines. We've had like a purpley light. Yeah, I could see a couple of Lily dolls in the background. Yeah, and they look, I don't know if they're kids or if they're planted. Knee strike there by Alexa. That looks like a little girl with a lily doll. Lots more dolls than normal, said Cody. Purple, not Velveteen Dream, no. The definition of Gacy is to kill something greatly and kill it bad so that no one sees or uses it again. What, Gacy has got a definition? Gacy's a word. Urban Dictionary. To kill something greatly and kill it so bad no one ever sees or uses it again. It's a reference to John Wayne Gacy. Someone in the crowd posted a video of the lights in the arena going out when Alexa was challenging Io backstage. Moonsault there by Io. It's just a couple of kids with dolls. Alexa climbing up. Alexa. Twisted Bliss lands. Going for the cover on Io. Bayley trying to distract. Bianca grabbing Bayley, pulling her out the ring. Forearm strikes coming in by Bianca. Strikes coming into the midsection of Dakota. Bayley hammering away. They've got Bianca, throwing her into the ring steps. So Bianca going hard in there as a cannonball to the outside by Alexa. If you watch behind during the promo of Alexa, well, has anyone got a screenshot of that? Behind Alexa? Io has got Alexa. Io pins Alexa. So Io gets the pin on Alexa. We've still got 6 minutes. We've still got 6 minutes. Okay, we've still got a bit of time here. I didn't expect this match to end as quickly as it has. This is interesting. This is interesting. So Io gets a big win. Now they're beating up Alexa. Moonsault by Io gets the win. Damage control going underneath the ring. Kicks coming in by Bayley. Ladder being brought in. Bianca jumps in. Bianca in the ring. She's wailing away on Bayley. They use a ladder. Bianca goes down. WWE could be teasing the thought of Bray Wyatt by putting Bliss in the main events. Alexa's about to be kidnapped. Here comes Asuka hobbling away down. Asuka hobbling down to the ring. Yeah, I'm just a bit confused about this Alexa promo. Someone talking about things that happened in the back of the Alexa promo. But I don't think I've got anything or been sent anything about an Alexa promo being weird. I've got the image when the QR code dropped. Sean Rossap said too many distractions tonight. Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been a lot tonight. Alexa is being put inside this ladder. Asuka's down. They stamp on the ladder and it shuts on Alexa. So Damage Control are in a great position right now. How long we got? 3 minutes? When the filter came on before the QR codes. Yeah, I saw that one. We've seen that one, but that wasn't an Alexa promo. We were actually backstage with Candice LeRae. She walks past Alexa. Alexa's there, but I don't believe she was talking at that point. I don't know if people are talking about a different moment. In the QR segment, looked like Bray. So ladder is set up. Lone Star Friend, shout out to you. There was someone behind during the promo of Alexa. Okay. So there was someone behind during her segment. I think we've got all the major stuff at this point, but they're getting loads of time to beat these women up, aren't they? They've had loads of time. Fiend won't show up in a women's match. No, not expecting him to show up here or anything, but lights have gone out and we have had things happen during Alexa's segment. So it wouldn't surprise me if like the lights just went out and the show ended that way. That wouldn't surprise me. Instead, though, Damage Control have got the belts. They're climbing up the ladder. And it looks like this is how it's going to end, with Bayley on top of the ladder, holding up the Women's Championship. Damage Control at the bottom of the ladder. That's nice from Corey Graves. He says, when you've got the gold, you've got the power. That's obviously White Rabbit sign in the crowd as well. Hard to know, though, if people are just bringing those signs now, but there is someone holding up a White Rabbit sign. There are a lot of Lily dolls in the crowd. That is true. Just spotted another couple, which I never saw before. They're just running down the cards for Extreme Rules, and season premiere, Roman Reigns will be on the show next week. Right, we're just seeing Damage Control on top of the ladder, and I think that's going to be it. Boom, done. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot off so I can get this White Rabbit video done. Really appreciate you joining us. I know that was, again, very, very, very distracted. There's just nothing much we can do at the moment. You know, it just is really dominating things, this White Rabbit stuff. But I'll get the video done. We've got, we'll be about in half an hour, we'll be doing our review. I have pushed it back because I knew this White Rabbit video would need to be done. So massive thank you to everyone that joined us. As I said, I know it's been distracted. I think we've managed to catch all the major stuff. I'm going to put all that into a video right now, get that up within the next 20 minutes or so, and then we will be back for our post-show review. So thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate it, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.